around just comes around. What goes 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 around is 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 comes around.
What's up, dude? It's Halloween, so it's destined to happen. Fuck.
That was one of the worst intros ever.
Well, you know what?
What happened there? Other than you,
dude, don't you listen
you
to
broke.
the shows? I don't break. My program breaks. Like all of a sudden, I couldn't click this button. But you see, I've learned that there is a trick. You can hit tab and spacebar, and then it unlocks. I'm not shitting you guys. Like, this software that I run, bless its heart, I love it to death.
Tab, then spacebar?
That's what I just did. It went from black, I went tab, spacebar.
Is that
transition?
Is that a bug or is that a hardware
Dude,
issue?
That is a bug if I've ever seen.
Know.
No, not a user bug. If you pay attention, I have this problem happens every show. But that's okay. I'm going to blame it tonight on Halloween, not me.
Yeah, I'm bummed you guys didn't dress up.
I didn't even realize
they're talking.
Dude,
they're talking shit because I use the word "we" for Manchester, but any good American would cheer for Manchester. AIG was the sponsor, and we belled AIG
I don't know who
out.
that is.
So by extension,
okay, fuck those guys. We're here to talk about
United.
video games, so that's what we're gonna or Halloween. So I know pertinent to your costume, which I. Really, it did
FIFA,
kind of shock me.
FIFA 2010.
That you could do that.
One of the greatest games, apparently, soccer games ever.
You are a FIFA 2010 player. Just for the 2 hours, let's do that because otherwise it's going to be like Danny and the other 5 guys that watch football.
What? Just give it a shit the whole time?
No. I guess they're all real players in FIFA 2020.
I watch American football too, but I enjoy football.
It's time to talk about video games. You ready?
Yeah,
dude. So I am dressed up, whether you guys knew it or not. I'm actually. I don't have it with me.
Oh no, you're not. You got a different shirt.
I'm a DJ tonight. I've got my little turntable prop I was playing prior to the show.
It does look like a prop, dude.
I thought
it was going to be full-fledged.
Dude, I think it's the bomb.
Is it the greatest game ever made? Rhythm game?
It's the best rhythm game made since DDR.
Oh, really?
Yes. For me.
Listening musically, I was going to say.
Yeah, musically is huge because you guys remember, and I'm the first guy to admit it, dude. I am man enough to admit that I like some of that stupid fucking girly, Japanese J-pop, K-pop music that came from DDR. You know, you guys knew it.
I was going to say that was the only thing that was appealing about DDR is that occasional, tolerable techno song.
So, that was big for me. Obviously, the gameplay was something awesome, but it's interesting, here's a great example, and we won't go too much into it because we'll talk about it later, but Jen Hine came over the other day, and she knows how to DJ. She obviously has some experience of been around DJing, et cetera, and at first she was like, Marcus, why aren't you on turntables with records? And I was like, Jen Hine, I have fucking dropped $1,000 on turntables, and I have dropped, thousands of dollars on records. So I deserve this. But then after watching it for 10 minutes, she was like, it's very faithful to what you would be doing as a DJ, in the same way that kind of guitar. Whose phone's going off, dude?
It's not mine. No one ever calls me, dude.
Ed, where is it? Is it in your shin guard or something?
Music. For your background, your little. What? Listen, it's
my little talk. Anyway, we'll talk about DJ here later. We can get right into it.
I see.
I will say that
is back.
Of course.
I just want to say that DJ Hero is going to make this show
with
hard
his dribble.
I'm ready to play it.
What DJ Hero?
DJ Hero?
Yeah, I want to get my hands on it.
It's it'll be interesting. I'll I can't wait to hear what you say. So, before we get started, a lot of people asked me, guys. A lot of people emailed. People were like, what the fuck? About the whole jumping out of a plane thing.
We're going tomorrow, right?
We're going tomorrow.
It's supposed to be windy again.
Oh, I know. I heard tomorrow's supposed to be a good day.
It was supposed to be gorgeous, but then they said 20-mile-per-hour winds.
Let me just ask you something. Based off of the temperature outside, which I would say it's like 40 to 45 degrees.
It'll be cold.
Like,
there's no such thing as too cold to jump, though. That's not even a consideration. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, dude.
They parachute into the freaking Antarctic to take out, crazy Russian guys stealing news.
That's a fucking...
I played that level, dude. I know it exists.
That's not us.
But interesting. That's good then. But I'm
nervous.
Cold.
I'm nervous about freezing and hitting the ground as an icicle. Because apparently you have to lift your legs up for several minutes to come up to the landing.
You should be worried about your ankles.
I'm worried about the guy on top of me.
I've gone skydiving through the altitude, turned 95 degrees on the ground into 60 degrees at 10K feet. So what does that mean? We're going to be like...
we're talking about 40 on the ground. 40 on the ground. What's that going to be? 0 in the air.
Ready to jump.
We'll be standing, dude, hooked to a plane with it shaking and a dude throwing you out. You ain't got no choice.
Just push me.
That's probably what I'll just close my eyes and just let him just do all the work.
Ed will like it.
I have thermal.
Is it not even
underclothes.
anything to you? I mean, regardless of the weather, just flying out of a plane is just all right with you.
Yeah.
Frozen boner.
I don't know. That scares me. That's
Why
what I'm worried.
does it scare
it's
you,
frozen
dude?
to me. I don't know. It's just like you could die. I mean, what if the backpack?
That's the excitement, dude.
I hope. I'm going to be excited probably when I'm standing in the plane and the dude's throwing me the hell out.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to go up there. I'll be in the plane, and this will be the one statement to myself that'll get me out of the plane. You're not going to be playing DJ Hero until you fucking jump out, get back on the ground, and then get
back home.
I'll be like, word, let's do it, motherfucker. There you go.
Are you serious?
Right now, I've come home.
The funny thing is that I came home with
hours.
Ratchet and Clank and I haven't thrown it in the machine yet. And I'm thinking, I got to get all this bullshit out of the way. I got to go jump out of a plane just so I can get back home and play Ratchet.
Dress up tomorrow and take James trick-or-treating, or are you going to stay home and play DJ Hero?
No, we're going to probably do something.
It's free candy no matter where you're at. You better freaking drag that shit out.
He came to work. Sorry, we're not talking about video games yet. I guess we just might as well just get it all out of the way now. He came into our work as Tigger in this giant Tigger outfit, and he didn't have like a bucket or anything. He didn't have like a trick or treat bucket. He just forgot it. So I gave him a Ziploc bag, like one that I've brought from home, and I just happened to keep. He filled it up. You guys, when we go back in the kitchen, you'll check it out. I mean, it is completely full. I mean, whatever we get tomorrow is bonus. In fact, I just might keep that bag and he can have whatever.
So you have something to raid after the show.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. He'll definitely have something to
Dira is going to be giving candy away tomorrow. I have to work.
What? Oh, at the house?
Yeah, so you can bring him by and get some candy from Dira.
James seemed to like it, so we'll have to see.
Epileptic Gaming News of the Week.
All right, guys. So, first thing first. So, our featured game tonight, Borderlands, is a review. There's been a lot of talk on the internet, and there may be some in the chat, and there will be, some at least that I've heard about and read about coming out tonight during the review. But Gearbox, and this is really impressive, I think, they have been quick to turn around a console patch, both for the 360 and the PS3. A lot of the things that were fixed were very similar, but one of the things that's getting fixed that I didn't even know was broken is Lilith's Phase Strike. I don't know.
You've been using it.
I go in and I just sit there and I watch people's faces melt. If it gets any more powerful, sweet, But then I've read about
I think it's too powerful is the deal, isn't it?
No,
You're getting the nerf back already.
No.
I thought it was that it was too powerful.
I think they were saying that it wasn't working at all. But it was working for me. I definitely.
I have yet to experience any sort of bug in probably the greatest game I've played this year.
What?
In Borderlands, I've yet
you've yet to find a
bug.
Well, I mean, I can think of like probably 10 games this year that I've experienced, but in terms of bugs, but there's been a lot of people talking about shit happening in Borderlands. From
it
PC
must just be
to
happening on all these
console.
people playing all these random matches, where you just jump on and let it find game. And you get all these noobs that just jump in and out of games.
I couldn't even bother to get involved with some of the bug threads because there's a lot of shit. But like people were trying to figure out if there was any rhyme or reason, as many forums do, especially when they come to gaming like that. I couldn't mess with it. So I think there were all sorts of situations. From PS3 to 360, people dropping skill points, blah blah blah. But they have the patch has dropped, so it's out there, and no word yet on a PC patch. But there's been some issues there, and I've heard a lot of people go back and forth about, you got to open ports, and people saying, in this day and age, do we really got to fucking open ports anymore? I don't know.
I don't even know if I'd know how to do that.
It's Shiva.
That's when Wheat comes in handy.
So rumors are also hitting the blogs this week. Nice guy, Ed. You'll like this.
Oh.
About a new feature in Modern Warfare 2.
Yay.
Yeah. Third-person view.
I like that.
And apparently it's limited to the online playlists, and it's like third-person team deathmatch.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I don't understand what's the point of it.
And it actually, it
What's
is
the point
no
of
longer.
not having it?
I don't know. I mean, I could care less.
I'd like
way.
to have the option in a lot of FPSs.
Do you
to
think
be
you'd
third
ever
person?
actually
Really in a shooter?
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever
don't
play
get me
that.
wrong. It's not like a story option. This is like I'm going online. I'm playing multiplayer. I am joining a game that is third-party team deathmatch.
Third person. Not third party.
Third person. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll be like in big bold letters on the back of the box? Also featuring third person.
I don't
team
know,
deathmatch.
but it seems like a lot of people on the internet are making a big stink about it. I personally could not give a fuck.
Have you seen what people have been making a big stink about on the internet
As far as
Warfare 2?
Is that
What?
do you have it on here?
No, I didn't put it on here,
well,
and I should have. But
talk about it.
A video leaked of you playing as some counter agency, but you actually join the terrorists at one point in the game and are like killing civilians. Some guy hand cammed a chunk of a stage, like taken totally out of context. We have no idea what the situation is.
Right.
But it appears for like a minute of the video that you are actually running with the terrorists and killing civilians, and all these people are like up in arms about it and just freaking out about the content that'll be in the game.
It's probably not going to release the game in Germany now.
Probably not.
Like
It just bothers me that there's no, like I said, no context to the story. Like, what is the situation that you're in? Are you really killing people?
does it matter?
Well, it would matter to me.
He's saving his daughter. He's got to save his daughter, so he's got to work with the terrorists. Latest movie from the producers of Drumline 2.
Well, the thing is, though, is that
Like
apparently this just is like ultra realistic.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just like apparently the combat that's depicted in Modern Warfare 2 is supposed to be ultra realistic.
As far as I'm concerned, I really just I know that people are going to argue that playing video games is different because you are sort of like giving yourself up to acting it out, so to speak. But I mean, like, come on, I mean, I watch movies all the time where like the most fucked up shit happens. In fact, if all these people that are making a stink knew about some of the movies that I watched, well, maybe they would go after them. All the movies that you suggest to me, for Christ's sake.
They definitely get people up in arms.
I mean,
but you know who I think is bitching?
What?
It's got to be the PS3 users.
What do you mean?
I'm almost positive it's the entire PS3 user base.
Why?
Because that's the only thing that would explain frickin' Ninja Gaiden 2.
What are you talking about?
Have you heard about it?
No.
Ninja Gaiden 2 has like most of the gore taken out of the game. The gameplay is the exact same, but all the blood has been toned down all across the board. But yet the game's still M-rated.
What?
No changes to the gameplay, but they've toned down the violence, which was like a big part of Ninja Gaiden 2 is being able to slice everyone to shit.
Yeah,
and just see
exactly.
I can't
fly
believe I
everywhere.
didn't know that.
Blood
But
and
yeah,
shit.
they have toned down the violence big time. But yet still have an
Interesting.
M. It was like there's no
Yeah.
excuse for it all, but except you guys are a bunch of pansies.
I think you nailed it right there.
I think that's the problem.
Ninja Gaiden.
Gaiden, whatever.
Gives a fuck. All right. Well, I can't wait to play it. It's right around the corner,
Actually,
guys.
it sucks because it's out. I want to play it. because you have new chapters to play. But now I don't know if I really want to suffer through it all playing a toned down version.
No. I meant MechWarrior. I meant Modern Warfare 2.
Oh my God, that's all I can think about.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's right around the corner.
everything's really a
Sorry,
placeholder
I
until
know.
that comes out.
Really?
I want my night goggles, dude. I don't even care if I play the game.
'Cause you
I just want to go
pre-ordered it?
peep the neighbors. Hell
Oh
yeah.
my God, is your neighbor hot?
I don't even know what my neighbor looks like, to be honest.
Dude.
with
But
you.
you're gonna find out soon.
I'm gonna find
guess
out now,
no.
though.
I'm going to guess no. All right. I definitely was happy that you put this one on here, Mike.
Oh yeah, and you keep talking about this, and it was actually in the news where Miyamoto says that he wishes Star Fox were more popular.
Yeah, dude. Why the fuck?
Well,
Star Fox is super popular.
Here's what he
isn't
goes
it?
out. Here's what he goes on to say. He's like, every time we make a Star Fox game, I'm hoping people will enjoy it as much as I do. Of course, the goal every time is to try to make it more and more fun. But at least in Japan, the people that purchase Star Fox has decreased over the years. And I'm just thinking, the time they hoarded out to Rare and they made that Dinosaur Planet game into Star Fox, which like the last Star Fox I really played, was on the GameCube, and it was a piece of shit. Had nothing to do
Star
with Star
Fox Adventures?
Yes.
Oh,
it
my
was
God.
Terrible.
Do you remember?
Like, how does he sit there and say, I try to make
because-
each one, enjoy it as much as I do?
Because
I
do
guarantee
you
he didn't play
remember
that.
what the big deal about Star Fox Adventure was? Do you remember what the
The big
magazine...
deal
You
was
could get
it
out
had
and
nothing to
run
do with
around.
Star Fox.
You could get out and run around.
No.
It was
no.
developed as a totally different game.
The
and then
big
McCloud
deal
was thrown in.
was that, oh my God, Fox McCloud has fur. And it
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Look at the
looks
realistic
like fur.
shader. Yeah,
Oh
look at the
my
fur
God.
shader.
Holy fuck balls. He's got fur. The game is going to own. Like that's seriously what people were about that game. And you want to know what? He had fur.
And I will tell
It's
you,
about
too,
all
that
the fucking game did.
as much as hype as it got, even the Star Fox for the DS was still annoying to control with the stylus. It just wasn't Star Fox. And he hasn't done that series any
that game
justice
was
over
so
the years.
forgettable.
So
You played that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
That I mean, it was a pretty forgettable.
Star Fox 64, hands down, will always be the best Star
the best
Fox.
one.
Yeah,
and they actually
yeah.
reference that as one of the
Yeah,
best.
it's
And
like
you go
the
back to those
best.
days.
in my opinion. So
I gotta agree with you, dude. Star Fox Wii Sports Fit.
So I'm just saying it's not the fan base that's rebelling. It's the frickin', Miyamoto's letting us down on that one.
I don't think we have it on here, and I didn't put it on there. But Iwata actually came out because Nintendo, and I do think we talk about this, but Nintendo posted some bad profits, and Iwata and Miyamoto, spoke, and one of the things Iwata said was, essentially like, yeah, we know the Wii's kind of mediocre, or we know the games for the Wii are kind of mediocre.
He basically
and
said
they're
it's
not
only the
selling,
first
and-
party moving
and
units.
yeah,
He laid the entire existence of the Wii on their first party lineup.
and even that can't be totally,
And it said like we tried to
True.
we balanced the whole first quarter
Punch
on
Out.
new play mode. Remember, they mentioned new play mode games where they took all the GameCube games and just added Wii control or Wii Motion Plus games to old GameCube games.
so gay, dude.
Like you back a whole company on that, and you think that's going to move units?
So, new Final Fantasy 13 screens show us the game with English subs. Now, you can look at this a couple different ways, guys. Some are speculating that it means that the Japanese soundtrack is present in the game, while others, like me, aren't really going to get their hopes up until it's officially announced. I know that a lot of people have said that they've teetered back and forth, and we've heard Square not really give a profound yes or no. But I do hope that we get the Japanese soundtrack and English subs. So, anyway.
And actually, I think this news has been out for a while. It must have been hinted at other places, but still, I picked up on it this week, and I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing him doing something besides Metal Gear because it's getting a little played out to me. And that's that Miyamoto said that Zone of Enders 3 is coming.
Really?
Yes, and his official response to the game was, please just wait a little more. Like that was all he had to say to it, but still he admitted they're working on it. You just be patient.
Do you think PS2 is really, when you think about the PS2, do you really go that was a next gen system, like the shit that they did on the PS2?
When I was playing the PS2, I thought that. Why? I mean, why?
Why?
Are you
Well,
Well,
asking
because
that?
think about Zone of Enders 2, and it was a decent game. It had a really, I would say pretty profound difficulty attached to it. But, I feel like he could make an amazing.
I just want to see it.
The
game actually, after you play it for a while, is totally repetitive. But still, those stages that when you first saw everything for the first time was pretty amazing. I'd love to see it on some next gen hardware.
I'm trying to think, in my mind, what game really on the PS2 you were like, yeah, this is next gen.
Dude, Bouncer.
I mean,
not gameplay wise, but graphically, I actually think back to that.
Maybe it was a Final Fantasy. Devil May Cry, I guess.
Maybe
I mean, not like when I look at Uncharted, when I look at and I'm just like,
well, dude, think about it. When I go back and look at Metal Gear Solid 1, it is like a blocky piece of shit. But when we played at the time, that was like, oh my god, dude, this is state of the art. Holy shit. Resident Evil 2
probably right.
was like, oh my god, this is the best I've ever played. But I mean, it's of the moment, whatever. I mean, it's like you're thinking Borderlands is like, oh my god, but I guarantee you a year from now that won't. I think
maybe Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is pretty amazing graphically.
It was, dude, and like
but
the
they
control
had
system
and before that, and
I
meant 10, not Final
just
Fantasy.
No, but it wasn't
the
even
way it looked, the way it handled, the way the
way
battle system
the way you
was
could relate those
integrated.
graphics to something you'd seen in another format.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Right. Well, I just it kind of makes me wonder because I really do think what he did with Metal Gear Solid on the PS3 is amazing. I'd love to see a mech tearing up cities or doing some epic.
I'd love to
space
see what he could do
battles
on next gen hardware.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, were you going to say something? It looked like you.
No, I'm just wondering why Antisocial cares if we're talking about retro games or not. I'll tell you why. Because we're a gaming show, you fucking dickweed. That's why. And we're talking about games right now. So heaven forbid. I can go back to soccer if you want.
And although I probably wouldn't have taken that particular approach with Antisocial, I gotta agree. My roots are important, when it comes to gaming, I think all you guys that didn't have to load, discs into your 8088 PC or whatever, you didn't get that opportunity. You didn't get to play those games. I think that sucks for you.
You didn't get to take the 13 discs it took to install Star Wars Battle Chess.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That was crazy stuff. So Rockstar may be teasing the next Grand Theft Auto location. So in an ad from the episodes from Liberty City manual, there's page 19. It says Liberty City, it's over, and then it has next stop next to it. And I should fucking have the picture, but I don't. And then there's a torn page that has kind of a partial image. And I bet someone
What's
will
the
be
partial
able to
image?
Yeah, what was the
image?
I heard people say
there's a partial image of what?
It's it would be showing maybe what our next location is. People
I know, but
say London,
cityscape.
France. People have said all sorts of shit.
Grand Theft Auto would suck in France.
Now some also believe
I wonder what a Grand Theft Euro would be, just having all of Europe to tear it up in.
Yeah.
I think we saw that. What was that freaking British the getaway? Oh my god.
Grand Theft Auto Russia would probably be good, Moscow, fucking rolling through Moscow. And there's
did a Russian dude. That was the main character, Nico.
Well, I know,
Bellic.
but take it back to
Nico.
Russia.
Let's
He's
go
a
follow him
Russian
home.
dude, but take him home. We're fucking.
I'll do another game for sure. I think they would need to do something new to really blow fans. I mean, I
really want to play Gay Tony, dude.
Do you?
Just for base jumping, seeing the parachute game looks awesome. I mean, it really does. All the videos I've seen for it look fun as hell.
I don't know why. Japan would be interesting, but I just don't know why. I think I'm finally to the point where I don't need to play those that.
The Gay Tony model kind of.
Oh, I'm having fun with Lost in the Dam, but I'm pissed because it's nothing compared to Anarchy, which is what I was really, I'm so into Sons of Anarchy right now that I figured I'd try the biker mod. And I'm still enjoying it. It's not that hard to get back into, but at the same time, it's not at the level of writing that the other shit that I've been watching lately is.
Well,
so
we'll
Antisocial, in case you're wondering, you don't play as Gay Tony. You play as Gay Tony's bodyguard, so who's not gay.
Have you seen? They have an epic where they play that entire '80s music video set to.
I don't really know much
the
about
soundtrack
it.
for Gay Tony.
Called.
I didn't know Gay Tony was a
Gay
black
Tony.
dude.
I don't love you. You're just the most annoying guy popping up on the board right now, or on the.
The board.
On the board, yeah, there.
All right, what's next on deck? Actually, I think that this is fucking genius right here, because you know what?
The only thing that's not genius is the date.
What is the date?
Is what bums me out. I believe it's like late December.
December.
Which it'll already be out. But if you didn't already have a reason to buy,
okay.
what I'm saying right now, guys, is one of the best movies, if not the best movie of the year, was District 9.
Yes.
To me. And Sony is doing a nice new cross-promotional with God of War 3, the game to end all games. Sony's totally banking on that, dude. If this game fails, Sony's going down.
I wonder
God of War 3.
They are going to include the God of War 3 demo on the movie District 9.
That's fucking awesome, dude, because I was planning on buying
I was planning on buying District 9 too.
So it's like a little added bonus.
But the only thing that pisses me off is that we're only a few weeks away from God of War Remastered, which I think is supposed to come with the demo. And then that's not coming out till December.
Well, but, I mean, I'm just throwing it out here. I do not know for sure. However, it might make sense that what you're getting is a code.
What
When
do
you
mean?
buy God of War Remastered, that maybe you're getting
A code, not the actual demo.
right.
I hope. I mean, I could have
I
swore
don't
that
know.
was the big thing. That
I
they were
can't wait,
banking on
dude,
was the
for
God of War 3
Remastered. I'm
It's like
so-
November 19th. Like I don't
know,
think it's
dude,
that far away,
right
dude.
around the
So
corner, and I'm gonna be.
I might
really
play it again just for some
pumped,
trophies.
dude.
I got to get my trophy on the PS3. It's lacking.
Am I beating you in trophies?
You might be. I don't know. I'm hoping Ratchet and Clank I can milk it for some shit.
Did no? You're probably right, actually. So, Ed, you might be interested in this one. I know that Demon Souls is pretty difficult already, but
This is awesome.
if you're one of those guys that just is about to put his freaking controller into your LCD TV, I would advise that you probably shelve this title for the next 3 or so days, because the devs and the marketing and the PR, they've all announced that shit was going to get thick in this game. Like, Halloween's coming, powerful demons. It's going to fucking own your face even more. But then they said that you will be well rewarded for it. So I don't know how
They said though. They said though,
but
don't play if you are prone to controller to LCD syndrome
Yeah,
or whatever. I'm actually
Dude,
like,
that's
actually
badass
admitted
though that
putting
they're
it-
making their game
Dude,
harder.
that's clever
for
as hell.
3
I think
days,
that's
dude.
cool.
I think that helps with the replay value of
Have
a
you
game.
beat it yet?
No, dude.
God,
It's
I want to play
fucking
it so
hard.
bad.
Well, you know what?
Best Buy is
Yeah.
out of it. I
This
wanted to
weekend,
buy it
Go
this
grind
week.
it. Go
I wanted to
grind
buy it this
Dude,
week, and you can't get it anywhere.
This is the
I can't get
rough
it in any of my
thing about
GameStops.
this weekend.
Halloween.
We got Halloween shit tonight. We're jumping out of a plane tomorrow. Halloween tomorrow night, and then we're playing in our soccer finals on Sunday. So my game
Which
time
is
busy
basically, if he doesn't change all weekend, you're set.
I'm set. No,
Like-
tomorrow I'm dressing up as the Mad Hatter, so I got a nice little outfit I pieced
Oh,
together.
I would
okay.
jump
So-
from a plane in that.
Okay. All right. Moving on. We're getting there. Oh, that's for later. That's secret. That's for later after the show. Secret.
Yeah, I love secrets.
This is mine. So yeah, this is really interesting. I'm not sure if this was leaked, if this is like a public document. To be honest,
I actually I can't believe they just like know these numbers coming out of the gate.
these are projections.
They're projections.
I know.
They're like
Project-
But I mean, like,
numbers.
I actually think they underprojected. But go for it.
Maybe there is. Well, I don't know. So here are Capcom's projections for a few new titles coming out. You guys ready? Lost Planet 2 across Japan, Europe, and North America, plan to sell 3.7 million. Do you think has Lost Planet definitely sold?
A 3 million seller?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to see what
Should we
RE5 did. I mean,
VG
if
charts this
RE5's
shit?
a 5-7 million.
Now, is this? It's Lost Planet. Is it going to be multi-platform release?
Yeah, it's coming out PS3 and 360. Same
So I
time.
could see those numbers.
Actually, I didn't really think about that because
What?
it'll easily do $1.5 million on each system.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what do you think about
you
total?
You
Yeah,
figure
across all
multi-platform,
territories.
cross-platform release.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it,
you're probably
it would
right.
probably easily hit that.
I
so.
would say that that's actually a pretty good point there, Ed.
Yes,
So-
easily, Suma. You cock knob.
Let's see. Yeah,
I
because
see
we
it.
got 1.8 million. PS3 sold 500,000. Let's see. They don't have anything on that one.
That looks like that was about it. It was only
PC.
2 million on the
No,
first one.
because they don't have any numbers listed for the 360 or the 360 extreme condition colonies or extreme whatever. They don't have anything for there or the PC numbers. They don't have any numbers.
That's all right.
Okay.
However, I must agree with Suma. You know, I'm not sure that oh my God. That's on DJ Hero, bro.
Dude,
I don't know. There's an ad on there.
is this what you agreed with Suma on?
What?
Oh, it is a
You're
DJ
like, I
Hero
agree,
ad.
Suma, and then fucking this fucking
That was
song
that
pops
was
up.
actually a very welcome ad. I probably would have clicked on that if I was on the page. I don't know if the whole concept of automatically projecting that you're going to sell more than an original did, but I do think that there's some merit to putting it out on fucking all those systems.
I think
Yeah, dude.
it's the next number that I think kind of shocks me.
Dark
Really?
Void, which did you notice they didn't project Japan on here? They say just North America and just Europe.
Like almost like it's not going to be even a blip on Japan's radar.
1.3 million.
I mean, how do you now that I think cross system, you know, they plan to only move $500,000 on each unit because I thought Dark Void was supposed to be like the shit. The company behind it has got a solid record. I thought it was going to get the Super Capcom hype, and $1 million does not seem like a very
It
high
doesn't,
projection.
dude. Not for all the marketing and pushing it back and all the development costs that are going to go into something
Well, maybe
like that.
maybe they realize.
That's what I wonder. Is
Maybe
like,
they
what
realize
the
they kind of
development
fucked
cost.
themselves
You
up.
know,
dude.
$60, 1 million copies. You're only going to make $60 million on this game. Like I thought, games cost just ridiculous amounts to make nowadays. That doesn't
Yeah.
seem like a very big projection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, maybe they don't need a big projection with that title. I mean, look, they do have Lost Planet 2, Super Street Fighter 4, Resident Evil 5, like all these titles. They can
Yeah.
probably afford to bankroll a title that they've been trying to get out, and they think.
I mean, I just hope that
quality.
doesn't show their faith in the
And-
game. Because if
Really?
they had a face melting game on their freaking
do you
hand-
think that Tomb Raider? Do you think that do you think like some of those very, like types of games where they catch on and they can franchise?
Yes.
And do you think like they projected right away? Oh my God, we've got it.
I think they're projecting they don't.
with Dark Void.
Yeah, with only saying we're
Yeah.
only going to do $1 million.
All right. Well, so Super Street Fighter 4, they project across Japan, North America, and Europe 1.1 million.
Now that doesn't surprise me because not many people are going to want to buy it again.
Yeah.
I mean, 1
agree with
million
you.
people buying a game for a second time is kind of a big deal, and I think almost all of those purchases will be.
Now,
a
have you
second
heard
purchase.
anything? Is it now they're releasing the game at $60, or are they?
No, it's 40.
It's
$39.99.
Dude, I got to be fair. The last time I read comments from Capcom, I felt like they were still talking about it. And
Don't call me wrong, but I'm pretty sure $40 is what they said.
That's what they were saying. But then there was another interview where I believe it was actually Seth Killian came out and said that Capcom is still weighing whether or not this is a full release title or a budget title.
It's a budget title. Let me just speak for Capcom.
Yeah,
8 more characters to a game is a budget title.
I don't
I
disagree.
agree.
So, and one more. Resident Evil 5 Alternative Edition, which is the motion control
I
one.
actually am surprised because I kind of want to buy it just for the motion
I
control.
gotta think that might be
You're
a low
one.
number.
You're one of these very low numbers.
I'm one of those.
I don't know if that is a low number. I really don't.
I
don't think that when you tell them the number, we're talking about it. But
300,000.
yeah, I don't think that's that low. How many people are going to really want to play through
Well,
Resident
it's
Evil
only on the
5 again?
PS3.
Yeah, with the motion controller.
You know,
Seriously?
well,
I mean, it must just be chump
Well,
change
hold
for them
on.
to do this.
because you gotta agree with me that like when Natal comes out, people are gonna play fucking Ricochet just because it's on Natal. When the motion controller comes out, people are going to want to fuck around with the motion controller just because it is the motion controller.
Yeah, but
right?
are you going to want to play Resident Evil 5 again, though?
See,
I
to
will.
me, that's like, well, I'll play Resident Evil 5 because I didn't play it that way.
And the game
And
still
I
looks
get the
stunning. I mean,
and
it's not like it's going to look
and
outdated.
You get like that extra part of the story, like
Jill's chapter and getting to go back to the
and
original
I don't even
house and
think
the new
it's full
3D
price,
engine.
right?
I don't know anything about
Yeah,
price.
so
I'm hoping I can get a wand with it, like one of those types of things. 40 for the game, 60 for the wand.
yeah, it was a decent game. So I don't know. I will probably be one of those. If that's definitely a bundle,
I don't even have an iToy yet, so.
it's a really
Yeah,
good camera,
they'll
actually.
come together. They'll come together.
All right, last quick news.
And I'm pissed because we are flying out of a plane because I do have to frickin' take a kid trick-or-treating. I just got all this shit in my plate. But those of you who have nothing to do this weekend are going to find plenty to freaking do on the download content scene. We already talked about the two big ones, Borderlands getting patched and giving you a chance to play it, and Demon Souls and its hard as hell weekend. But one of them that I'm most excited about is a new mod coming out for Left 4 Dead in what's it called? Dead Before Dawn. But what the big deal is, it's the remake of the mall from Dawn of the Dead.
Which is arguably
it's not
the
just like
greatest
it's not just like a
zombie movie
survival
ever made.
map. It's a full-fledged campaign set in different parts of the mall, and it looks just as good as one of the Valve campaigns, and it's one of the best prices known to man.
Free.
Dude. And there's
Nice,
actually
yes.
I when I was reading the
Yes.
article, there's a bunch of different mods coming out for Left 4 Dead over the next couple days, and it's a good time for those of you who jumped on it. Like, I got it for $15, dude, and it's going to give its money's worth, and I'm excited to play it.
I just there's something funny I want to add before you finish the rest here. A lot of iPhone games were trying to do the whole Halloween,
Yes.
And a lot of them right now are really worried that because the Apple approval process has kind of been getting a little bottlenecked, a little clogged.
There's going to be all these Halloween editions hitting during Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Like, how bad does that suck? Like, they're like, guys, we're just hoping, man. We're hoping. So, I don't know. Anyway.
That iPhone,
Dude, why does
it have such a shitty approval process, dude?
And why is their network so shitty? Well, seriously.
What are you talking about? God.
Dude.
What do you...
I
do you
don't know what you're
mean?
talking about because I use
The
my phone
iPhone?
through my internet, my
Yeah,
wireless
what
internet in my
network?
house.
Just the
It uses
fact that it's so hard to get, like, apparently they didn't have enough bandwidth is what I was told. They
Who didn't?
AT&T, yeah, and so the iPhone sold better than they assumed it would, and so there wasn't really enough bandwidth for the number of phones that went out. But why haven't they improved that system? Why haven't they improved that infrastructure or the freaking?
See, I don't make calls on my phone.
Yeah,
I'm always on my wireless internet downloading games and playing the shit out of them.
I guess he just answered your question. I don't have any problem either. Like, I did have problem at like BlizzCon, but I think like everyone had problem. Like, there was just a million fucking people in a small area. But I don't know. Maybe when I get to Best Buy, there's like such a huge concentration. I walk into their bubble and it's all fucked. But there's some others.
I never did
some
get to
other
hear like
stuff,
there was
too.
Best Buy a big boom to iPhone at all.
I don't know.
Like, are they all over the place now?
hey Rudy Awakening,
Probably
I gave your mom's
someone.
pussy an 8.
Not a 9?
Fuck no, dude, that shit was fucking dusty.
Well, then why is it an 8?
There was dust in it. It still got an 8. Holy shit!
Oh, what else?
'Cause I love
And then
pussy.
Let's move on.
9 just has to be clean. So, Uncharted 2 also getting a patch.
Yes.
This weekend is also double XP, dude. Like, I almost want to play some co-op games just for some double XP.
On Uncharted 2?
Yeah, well, double cash, but same thing, double XP.
Maybe.
Play some just a couple, dude. See what we get. See if it's worth it. And Team Fortress 2, which actually I cannot believe the game did this, but for like 2 hours, Valve made the game $2.50. It was just like, if you happen to be paying attention to Steam at this time, it's only $2.49 for what one is my favorite multiplayer games of the last couple
and
of
it
years.
was spread quick too.
Was
it
it?
was spread quick.
I didn't get to hear about it till freaking I've already paid for it. But they're getting new maps, a bunch of new Halloween trophies and all that good shit to play. And last but not least, if you were on the fence about Champions Online, which is I've already played City Heroes, there's no chance I'll ever go back to that. But if you haven't played either,
1 million people are playing though.
it's free this weekend. Just hit 1 million
What's the
subscribers.
alternative?
No,
Ion?
wait, that might be wrong.
Fucking-
All I read is that maybe a million characters.
No, 1 million characters have been created.
Okay.
No, it was not 1 million accounts. It was 1 million
Yeah,
characters. Have been
yeah.
created.
I wanted to be quick to reiterate because
Of course you think Ion's awesome, Suma. You're gay.
I don't even know how Suma would find time or the intelligence to play that.
what Ion?
Yeah. That's
'cause you-
interesting. I can't picture him
Because now all he gets
MMOs
he
are such a
gets
social
paid to
game.
sit there
I know he doesn't have
and
the
drink
social
Mountain
game.
Dew and eat Cheerios and or Cheetos and fucking
he's loving it.
get fat.
Okay, so I think you're going to disagree with me on this one, Force. I really do. But I'd like to file this under bullshit. So in a podcast interview, Nolan North, the voice of Nathan Drake, and essentially the virtual actor of Nathan Drake, has said that Hugh Jackman is the preferred actor by producers and when prodded by himself for the Uncharted movie. He then goes on to talk about how great Hugh is. And that, quote, I just hope I get a part on the movie so I can work with Hugh.
And I've actually seen him. He doesn't look like that bad of a dude. He looks like
he looks like Nathan Drake.
He looks like an Indiana Jones dude. Yeah, like he could totally
does?
play that type.
Yeah.
I don't see why there'd be any problem. He actually is an actor on some TV shows.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some actors, but they're he's basically publicly come out and made the statement that, like, I know I'm not marquee, so sorry, guys.
You can't sell a movie based on my name.
Right.
But Hugh Jackman is just so... He doesn't star in anything memorable. It's not
Exactly.
like he's really bad, but he's just not really good. And he's going to be freaking Logan. He's ruined it. He's Wolverine.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Man, I totally agree. Now, other people are saying Nathan Fillion. I don't know about Matt Damon. Would you put any other actors that you would want to put to? I mean, might be okay with Nathan Fillion. He'd have to I don't know.
He's who he reminds me of. I mean, he's
Force
probably the closest.
Force wants Ben Affleck.
Dude.
Ben Affleck as Nathan Drake.
I'm done with Ben. I'm done with my Ben and Matt face.
And he probably would. He probably would have. I know he's definitely got that wit. He might have that physicalness too. Anyway,
to be honest with you,
I kind of
can't
think
really
this guy
think
should
about
do it.
dudes like that.
Samuel Jackson.
Well,
someone said.
Give it the motherfucking dagger.
No, he should be the dude that foreign guy who never understand a word he says. I could see Sam Jackson being that guy. That'd probably be his best
bad
role.
guy? Oh,
No,
yeah.
that native tribe dude.
the Indiana Jones or
Sam Jackson is
Indiana
good
Jones?
until he speaks, so I think it'd be perfect.
Because the guy that did the voice for Drake, while he may even resemble Nathan Drake, he's not big ticket. They can't be like Nolan North as Nathan, because only the people that played the game or were somehow in the circle of like gaming would be like, oh
yeah, and you gotta assume like they want other people to come to a movie that not everybody knows
right.
what Uncharted 2 is, so
right, like Billy's grandma will be like,
Grandpa Stevenson's not gonna be like,
loved him in that X-Men 3. Let's go see it,
I was gonna say, as long as it's not like Tom Hanks or Nick Cage, I think I'll be okay.
Put down the dagger. All right, so apparently Netflix has been ahead of the game, and we talked about this last week, and I think this is a pretty big deal, but Sony announced that Netflix is coming to the PS3 next month. And then Netflix came out and announced it as well. Now, for me, this is epically great because I can utilize both 360 and, PS3 because I like my I want to get rid of my cable.
Do you know why this is huge for me?
Why?
Because wireless internet on the Xbox is a $100 purchase. You have to buy the $100 wireless freaking adapter.
I got mine for $70.
My PS3, I can now take upstairs and finally watch a freaking Netflix movie in my bedroom, and I'm so excited to be able to hook it up to that HD TV. I was on there clicking send me disc, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Freaking
that's
second
actually.
of
I might have to go buy another HD TV for the bedroom, like a little.
Now that I can carry that shit around,
tiny one that you can do.
Yeah, 27 inches isn't that bad.
I don't have to worry about if I'm logged in at the same time because it's free. Like you can make any account and be able to access it.
Right,
it's awesome.
And so it's out now. There's an update to this. It is going to happen. Blah blah blah. I talked about the fact that I was seriously thinking about getting a second live account because I want to get rid of cable. I like having the kids and stuff for.
You want to get rid of cable?
I want to get rid of my
Why?
Because, dude, I want to go
$70 or even more.
I want to go local HD antenna and
dude, there's some
digital
pretty dope channels on the HD
TV
antenna. I don't know if you've seen them, but
so
they've got a movie channel, dude.
So I'm getting to the point where I'm like, fuck that. I'll pay for my internet, but no longer. So anyway, it's good for me. It would be good for me, but it's been disclosed that right now they don't want to wait for Sony. They do not want to wait for Sony to release of firmware, whatever. So you're going to have to get a disc from Netflix. You can go to www.netflix.com/PS3, I believe it is.
That's what it was. All the stories just linked me right to it.
Yeah, and you go there and you click send me a disc. And what they're going to do for free. So they're going to just send you a Blu-ray. And until Sony integrates this into the cross-media bar,
you got to put this disc in.
All you got to do is like put the disc in.
That's
Which
gay,
I mean, that's not that big a deal to me because I'm not
That's
using
not
my
gay,
disc
dude,
drive when I'm watching a
because
movie.
That you cannot tell me, Hutch, if I was like, bro, I've got this magic Blu-ray here, and it will give you access to fucking 100,000 movies and TV shows. If it didn't say Netflix and it was just a blank CD, you'd be like, let me check that shit out.
Listen.
Let me check that shit out.
No, I mean, I agree. I agree. That's awesome. But like,
So-
I can just.
But listen, or they could say, or you can just wait till March. I mean, or just wait till July. You can play it right
Is that
now
what
with
it's
this
gonna
disc.
be?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, I'd
hope
rather
it's
have it
not
sooner.
July.
I'd rather have it sooner than later. I mean, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to use the disc forever. Only until Sony gets it actually fully integrated.
Yeah, that's what you can watch Netflix on your 360 without a disc.
Yeah, but look.
Not upstairs. I can't.
And for me, not upstairs unless I get a fucking extra live account. So, okay, well, he can use it on 360 up there.
Can you use a silver membership to do it?
No.
Really? You
Yeah.
have to have a gold membership?
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Tell me
philosophy
what
of
a bunch
Microsoft.
of bullshit this is, guys. I freaking Monday, I got a thing saying, welcome to freaking Xbox's update. You've been invited to the beta.
Right?
Of what?
Well, now it's Friday,
Congratulations.
and it still hasn't freaking updated on my machine. I am so pissed because I was supposed to have Twitter and Facebook right now and Last FM, and they told me Monday, congratulations, welcome to it. And I'm sitting here a week later, played every night on my
I
Xbox
saw
Live.
somebody on my friends list that was on Last FM
Yeah,
the other day.
they got invited to the beta.
Who was it?
Mike,
What?
I did not get an email like that, but my system did update the 2 days
No,
ago.
it updated the
everyone's updated
infrastructure.
yesterday.
It
Everyone's
updated the
updated yesterday. It added
I've got
WPA2.
Last FM.
You do?
What?
You're a bitch.
I'm just fucking with
He
you.
Oh,
doesn't.
fuck it,
It
don't do
updated-
that,
It
No, but
updated
everyone's
the
updated
infrastructure.
I was
yesterday.
trying
but
to, you know.
Yeah, but I
Well,
fucked
maybe
it
when
up.
I put my hard drive in your Xbox, it totally. Yeah, I wish that.
I would have tried to
Because you
steal
know
your
what?
hard drive
I
and figure it
can't
out.
wait to Facebook on my 360.
I mean, my Facebook is like lost in the Borderlands. Like I put that up like a week ago when I bought the game. Like I would have like updated level 23 or something, freaking from my Xbox. If I could. Who's got time to go to their Facebook page when they're playing Xbox?
All right, a couple more stories here, then we'll move on to Borderlands. There's a chink in the armor of Nintendo. We kind of talked about it earlier, but for the first time in 6 years, Nintendo is recording its first decline in profit. Now
Damn, son.
they have to put a stop to printing money. For a
Why?
little bit here.
Why is this?
So they report that sales and income were, quote, adversely affected by the appreciation of the yen and the price cuts on the Wii. Net income is down 53.4% from the same period last year, or in dollars, 144.828 billion yen down to 69.49 billion yen, which is a lot.
dude, that's a lot.
That sounds like a lot of yen, dude.
fucking money,
That's a
dude.
lot of yen.
56%. There are 53% down. That's a fucking chunk of change.
And
Well, but I mean, they had the hype, the new machine last year that was so
like,
hard to get.
Force, can I ask you something? I bet you could get $40 for Wii Fit. Like, why don't you just trade that shit in and fucking go get DJ Hero?
Why don't I just buy DJ Hero and keep Wii Fit? That one sounded like a better.
Have you
that
been
one
using
sounded like
it?
a better
You're
alternative.
looking slim.
No, I'm. It's still
Because
the dust under the couch. I'm waiting for the next like Rayman Raving Rabbids 6 that actually fully integrates the balance board with the Wii remote and my Wii Motion Plus while using my gun zapper to like fully experience everything.
While using your gun zapper, huh?
I haven't broke that out since the one day I played Zelda.
That's a good one. I like it.
To be honest with you, that's what I'm worried about with DJ Hero.
What?
Like my house, like one of these days, I'm going to open the closet and the freaking peripheral monster is just going to climb and kill me, dude.
It's like chest as the DJ, the arm is a fucking guitar. It's just
I see it happening. My wife's bitching about it all the time.
You know what? when it happens, you're going to see these tiny notes coming from its feet. And it's just
the peripheral craze
hit
is
the right button.
ridiculous,
Anyway.
dude. The number
It's huge. I cannot believe that freaking Tony Hawk's
heard
coming out
all
in just another
started
week
way
too. They
back
want
in the day
120
with-
for it.
Well, you
with
know
Robbie
what?
the robot, dude.
It
The
did
first-
start with Rob.
I was thinking the Super Scope was like the first peripheral that I absolutely had to have.
I had-
Robbie was so niche.
Robbie,
That one
dude.
wasn't really
People-
widespread.
I
Do
loved
people
Robbie
really
the Robot.
understand though, like how fucking insane of a concept it was? Like,
to have Robbie the robot.
like
yeah.
so.
Something that just
I mean,
spun a top.
everyone knows about this robot, right? But like the whole point, like you take a game like Gyromite, it is 50 levels. Okay, I put some time into actually like I'm going to see how far because this is fucking
That's all you can
tough.
do with it.
Right, right. I think there was one other game, but so the robot picks up the shit and it picks up a top and you put it into a little black thing, and right, the black thing spun
yeah,
it.
it spun it.
the
and then you
top.
picked
Okay,
it up while it was spinning.
and then it picked up the top while it was spinning, and it put it on this lever that was connected to a controller that was either a blue or a red.
A or B.
Right, which should vent A or B. In the game, it was also these blue or red pipes.
Yeah.
So depending on whether your top was spinning on there doing it, was whether the pipe was up or down. And the whole point was like to try to get the guy through the fucking, through the thing. So guys,
I mean, the thing
think
is that's
about
actually
that.
even gayer than it sounds when you play it.
Yeah, but like think about that. You're like, oh shit, the top on the red is about to go out. Put it back, and the robot's like.
I was gonna say, not only would the robot screw up, but your
And-
top would frequently
Yes,
spin off.
And I don't know if you remember, but you had to like hit select to get the robot to like read what your commands
Yeah,
were
yeah,
in the
yeah.
first place.
Dude, I loved it though.
It was fucking ridiculous.
I got the family home package. I remember was the first Nintendo I got, and it came.
And it had that.
It came with the robot, and it came with the gun. And it was. Do you remember
Dude,
on Duck
Ed-
Hunt you could use the Player 2 controller to move the ducks
The
to
dog-
fuck
you
with
could make
people?
them
Be
go
like,
that. You could do that in Gyromite too. You
Yeah.
could press the they did make Gyromite too, actually, now that I think about it. But you guys, if you think watching a Korean micro fucking a Terran layout in StarCraft, you haven't seen anyone fucking play level 50 pro of Gyromite with fucking Rob the fucking robot.
even it was.
They had to modify their Robs
Yeah.
to be
It to last that
faster.
long?
They're like super fucking top. Ridiculousness.
It was a simpler time back then when you could get a gun in your family home package.
I wonder if anyone's made a video of that. Like,
like a
back then
Rob
no one
game,
had
I'm sure.
of Rob.
Oh, they
like
had
level
VHS
50
cameras
Rob,
that were like, took two
doing
people
like
to
3
film.
of them and editing together on VCRs. So they're down. They of course are banking on this holiday season to release.
I mean, I'll wait till you get started, but the screenshots you saw of it actually look kind of hot. Like, is that ridiculous? That I'm
This-
still contemplating this ancient machine.
This is cool. So Nintendo may be seeing a decline in profits, but Ed, what is the one thing, even before the Wii, that was making Nintendo print money?
Still is.
All their handheld systems.
Exactly. So you know what? It was even last week, I think we talked about, the possibility of
A hint,
Nintendo thinking
yeah.
about a new handheld. Well, so it's announced this week that we get the Nintendo DSi LL. Now, apparently in Europe, it's going to be the XL, which I hope it is.
Is that Japanese for Lily Lodge? like what is the second L for?
Dude, you know what? That was very nice, Mike. I don't know what that was for, but the screen is fucking 93% bigger.
That's fucking dope, dude.
And
It looks big. It looks sweet. Actually,
does
Seeing
look
it on that
big.
big screen.
Does it
looks
look like
cool.
you're holding like a Game Gear now? Do you remember the Game Gear?
Oh, I still have my Game Gear, but no, it's thinner. It's like what would you say, a microwave pizza box or something?
It's pretty thin. And it comes with this baller pen. Like, I was like, whoa, I kind of like that because I got big hands too.
I thought it came with like 2 pens, like the
It
big,
did.
the
It
Big
came with
Daddy
a
and a
number,
small one.
like a regular one, right? And then it comes with this like baller pen. Like fucking.
Nice, dude.
So that, of course, is going to be coming out. And not in your just typical like blue. It's coming out in like champagne red or wine red.
The red I saw was
And,
actually pretty sick.
You know, they were
two pins.
2 pens, a regular
Yeah,
DS,
a big baller pen,
and a big ball. Like it looks like a fucking awesome
big
one.
baller, dude.
It's a big
The
dude.
drug dealer.
$220.
What?
That's how much.
$220.
That's steep.
That is a lot for a machine that's been out that long. The screen's gonna cost them that much.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of steep.
Well,
I'll wait till it drops down.
I'm
in
still
price.
waiting. I'm still waiting for my PSP price drop. When's that coming? The thing's been
I
out
don't
for
know.
like 3 days.
PSP Go.
It should have price dropped after 3
I don't know.
days.
So rumor price, as we said, $220. It will be released in Japan on November 21st. I believe that since
that
it's come out,
not-
it's coming out in Europe
I mean,
as well.
why would I be pissed if I was a customer? Did they not just bring out the one with the freaking camera, the DSi? Like, it feels like it just came out. And they're already, like, if you just bought that DSi and they're already bringing out, because, I mean, I feel like I
don't
got
know.
screwed buying
You
my
know,
new white
this
one.
could have been one of those things they wanted to do at the same time.
I just wish that, like,
Was
I
your
could get...
son beating his son up? I hear yelling and stomping.
Oh, I'm not worried.
I'm
Unless
not
I
either
hear-
because I
unless
know
hear
your
blood.
I know your kid will
Yeah,
win.
unless I see blood, I'm not worried.
All right.
So this new one, this is something I wouldn't even mind taking to open phones if it's like, if there those whores still exist out there who used to be, you know, what's my FPS every 2 seconds.
Right. They
But
do.
Insomniac kind of had a new interesting twist on the whole gameplay versus graphics, or not gameplay necessarily, but frame rate versus graphics. And Insomniac is claiming that Ratchet & Clank, which runs at a solid 60 FPS through the whole game, said that it'll probably be their last game that ever runs at that speed. Because while they thought it was a big deal that they could have a game running at 60 frames per second, after polling the game community, doing whatever kind of focus test they do, they discovered that people don't really care if the game chugs along every now and then if the graphics are really good. So, like, graphics are a bigger selling point than having an engine that runs flawlessly.
Duh.
So now they're going to start I mean, what would you rather have?
I'd rather have a game that looks nicer.
That looks graphic, and then you can handle frame rate stutters and stuff as long as it
Little
looks
bit,
gorgeous.
yeah.
I mean, what would
I mean,
you
I
do?
put up with it. And
I mean, I don't know what they're going to like. Are we talking about that means less jaggies, or is it we're going to be able to push more polygons?
Well, what I'm thinking
or-
is it means they're going to push more polygons. And I'm sorry, guys, but this is going to be maybe 25 to 30 FPS on this, but it's going to look gorgeous. Sorry, I know how much you like 60 FPS. Cinema-like quality,
You know,
but
I think that it actually for me is going to come down to like I don't want to play an FPS, to be frank with you, like that. But a Ratchet and Clank, why not?
yeah,
I would.
you could handle it losing its frames. On like a
losing
timing-based
frames,
game
or
as
we're
opposed
talking
to a
about
first-person
locking it in
shooter?
at 30 or
I don't
something.
know. Probably
I don't think
probably 30 frames
I don't think
per
they're
second.
talking
They won't
about
go under probably 30.
Yeah, I don't think we're talking about. I mean, that's what they do now is they try to lock it so that you don't get these like, you know, frame blips, dips, and whatever. So, like, I would guess that they would just drop down to 30.
That's probably my guess would be 30. And that's okay.
I don't know. Next week, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to play it. I'm excited
So
to play a
I-
game.
I
It's
would-
running
I would-
at 60 frames per second.
I would love to, yeah, and because that game does
It
will
looks
look beautiful.
gorgeous.
But you know what? To me, like a flip side of this argument is kind of like, you know, do they really feel that confined by that? Like we got to push 60. We could be doing this and this and this and this and this, but we got to scale it back.
Well, they
because, you
said,
know-
I mean, what was that? They put it on a pedestal. They're like, they used to put on a pedestal the fact that we're pushing 60 frames per second and most people aren't out there. But they said after, you know, polling people, no one cares. As long as it looks
Not
pretty.
really.
People talk more about how pretty it looks, not how fast it runs.
what was the frames per second on Uncharted 2? Anybody know?
Probably
I don't know.
60.
You think?
Probably.
I mean, that's like the target to go for when you're on a PS3 machine.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say that it hit that, but that's what
Yeah.
they shoot for.
But we could talk about that. That'll be interesting, and it is 1 hour in. I don't really see any reason not to just jump right into Borderlands because I know I got like a few thousand things to say about it.
Top of the hour. Start the review, dude.
All right,
This is one we're talking about.
So talking about Borderlands is, and I just want to say that a lot of people already have gone out, bought this game, but very excited about it. So a lot of these guys are probably just going to hopefully, they will call in. We'll get to talk a little bit about Borderlands, whether you played on 360 or PS3. There were some issues about it, but as we mentioned, it has been patched. So, I wouldn't mind hearing about, I heard someone today lost a level 49 brick to the skill bug, and he did say he was joining a random game. I believe it was Scan. I'm not sure. Someone anyway. me, QQ. But other than that, other than what I've read, I haven't experienced anything.
He was only level 49 though.
Only.
I don't know. 50's the cap.
He rented it anyway.
One stage away.
He rented it anyway, so he wasn't really crying.
Holy shit! I'm like 24 hours into it, and I have not beat the last mission.
What would that be like?
Personally,
I think
playthrough?
Borderlands is the funnest game I've played this year.
And what would you put it out there with? Obviously Uncharted 2 and
I enjoyed Uncharted
Souls
2, but I think Borderlands is probably, in my opinion, I found it better than Uncharted 2. Okay. I really did.
It's tough to say because at the end of the day, I've put more hours into Borderlands than I have Uncharted 2.
Absolutely.
I mean, if I'm honest with myself, what game am I going to remember more a year from now? That'd be a different discussion. I mean, that's the way I look at it. But I have freaking dumped more hours into this game than pretty much any other game that's been on my list for, a long time. It's been a long time since I've reviewed a game that I was 25 hours invested in.
So is it? Let's throw a couple things out and let's just shoot down categories and really talk a little bit about this game. But first and foremost, is it fair to say this is an FPS and an an RPG have a baby, and this is this game?
What is it, an FPRPG, or what were they calling it?
First-person role-player game?
FPR?
Yeah. Is it FPR?
Role-playing game.
Yeah, I mean,
FPRPG?
that is exactly... It's quest-based. You level up, you get new gear. They have epics and legendary items, and trash items.
Right down to the color scheme is pretty similar to all the shit that you've grown up with. Purple's the most elite.
Orange is.
Orange is good.
Legendary.
Yeah, orange is the best?
Orange is the best. Yeah. Orange is legendary.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been
how
playing
many
this whole
MMOs
game
have
with
you
purple
played?
in my head as the most uber. Purple is the
you
best.
You never
in
had
Warcraft.
legendaries in Warcraft, did you?
Purple was the shit that everyone went for when I played.
Yeah,
there was no.
There was
better than
there was
purple
a sword.
at the time
there
I
was
played.
A sword and a hammer.
Okay.
When you played,
I don't remember that. But I can't. I mean, how would that change things? Because I look over loot and backpacks always full, passing up shit. Would I've done something differently had I known?
So FPS RPG, Fallout meets Diablo, kind of in this post-apocalyptic world, running through missions, and let's just kind of break it down. There's 4 characters you could play as. Each character has 3 different skill trees that they can go down, as well as a master skill. And you play it pretty much as a role-playing game, gaining experience, doing your skill points. So we'll go get more into that. Let's just first and foremost talk about graphics. I'll kick it off and say there's just absolutely no doubt in my mind. I would just not hesitate to give the graphics the highest score I could in any category or on any scale. I love this style, and I think it looked fucking awesome. I just want to say one thing. I would sit there, and in addition to everything great you saw, I would appreciate how unbelievable a fucking mountain looked. Because to me, it literally was Kirkman drew a mountain, and it got...
So you want to hear something?
Right.
They
that
weren't
would be
going
a little
to use
rough,
this art
someone,
style
what?
originally. This
Yeah.
wasn't the original.
Yeah.
This was a change Painkiller was telling me about this.
I was going
right
to say
this
will probably be the most derisive thing between us, but I did not like the graphics.
Really?
Because I, for several months, was reading the magazine with the original art style.
Oh, and
it looked exactly like Mad Max, and the cars were kicking up dust that obscured the screen and shit.
Why'd they change it?
And it looked really awesome. They thought it was going to look like every other game out there.
It probably would.
Probably would have looked like every other game out there.
I'm glad they changed it to this style because I fucking think it looks
thought it
badass.
took away some. I think it's really original and awesome, but I mean, it does not look as gritty as the game that I was sold on a year ago. I like it because it's different, but
that dude just got fucking blown up into like 6 different parts. Like, does it matter whether he's got black lines around him or not? Or is it just I would think that you, of all people, Force, and I'm not saying you're wrong on your score, but like, doesn't it have like unbelievable comic
listen,
look
the
to
graphics
it?
are really good. I actually thought they looked better before they went cell shaded.
Okay.
As a cell shaded game, this is the best we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, in a scope.
Okay, you just
the size of this world.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying. I thought there was
can
something about the
understand.
grittiness of the original that I saw. It looks awesome, but it's because it's cell shaded. It's almost like a different kind of game.
I think it's one of the best looking games I've played. Besides Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 was a great looking game. I won't.
What disappoints me about this game,
but I really like. This
and maybe
style.
I'm about to have my face melted because, like I said, I am on the last mission. I'm trying to do everything before I actually end it. Is that I haven't really had any of those face melting boss moments that the one. There's been a couple of screen filler monsters. But for the most part, it's just been, human enemies. Like, I really wish there would have been some more epic show-off our engine shit in the game.
So there's something I kind of want to say about that, but it would take us a little bit to the gameplay. Do you want to comment on the graphics?
No, I think
so,
for the style, it's dope, dude.
Like, let's just, sound, you know what? Who gives a it serves its purpose, I think. Like, I still,
Yeah, and if you don't like the
little
soundtrack gets a little repetitive, but I put together a little hip hop soundtrack that I listen to.
And you rock.
I was gonna say,
dude, and it like goes over and it takes over the in-game music completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just roll around. With
and
my
I will
hip-hop
say, don't worry
and-
about the voices getting too grated because there's not much of them.
No, there's not.
There really is not much.
But the
talking in
ones
this
that they
game.
do, like I play a hunter and I fucking love my hunter, dude. My hunter is fucking dope. Just blowing people away from a distance, watching him blow up, and then hearing him just giggle. That is so awesome.
I have only played I've only played Lilith the Siren, and we'll talk a little bit more about classes. But I just want to, in reference to what you're saying about the large, oh my God, that was a pretty sweet battle, For me, and this is going to be a blanket statement, but this game did an unfucking believable job recreating or delivering an MMO on a console. And I even said this before, so I was like, there's something about Borderlands, and it releases that same chemical in my brain that it did
when you're
for
playing an MMO.
Yeah. The thing is that like the scale was different. And I too am probably going to finish Borderlands this weekend, and then I'm like, I think I'm more angry than anything that there's just, aside from a second playthrough, there's nothing to do. Like, I'm like, holy fuck, man, what if every month we got something new to this?
Well,
like,
what if we do, though? Imagine the possibilities for downloadable content.
But
would you continually pay $5 to $10 a month on it?
I would. I mean, I paid $14.99
Yeah,
a month
I was just
for
thinking,
World of
Warcraft. The game's actually
and I
getting
played,
bigger.
And yes, there is some DLC coming out. But you know what? It's like, if it's every 6 months, and it's like partial DLC, like I'd be okay if they're like, yo, we added some big fucking monster at the windmills. Go,
the game is
up this week.
If I could, the game is left a little wanton, and like if I could join up with like 5 of you guys or 10 of you guys, and we're like, okay, we need to go out and fucking take on this monster as a giant ass group.
Right, but doesn't it kind of piss you off that like you're like, fuck, why couldn't this just be a persistent world? And there was I would play this MMO, dude.
Because then they have to pay for servers. They got to hire people to run an MMO.
Right, but isn't everyone looking for how
an
do
MMO
we make
like
that
this?
MMO? How do we God, Age of Conan didn't work,
maybe
fucking Champions Online. This is it right there.
Here, I think maybe
I would play this game persistent. I mean, obviously they would need to change this and that, and they need to scale it, but Force,
you'd pay $15 a month for this
to play a game like this?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Now, I'm telling you right now,
I do.
I would in a heartbeat on my console.
Yeah, on my console.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Sit on my console.
No,
yeah, do it. Yeah, dude.
I am so ready for a console.
Dude.
That's what I think is so important. Yes, yes. That's what that's what I think is so important, is that they have done it on a console. And we are going to go through a little bit more footage to talk about some other things. But that, to me, is like the most profound and important and innovative thing about this. You know, it's almost like...
I just think, man, imagine, like, you can set up guilds and fucking have big-ass battles and fucking just the endless possibilities that this game could have. And you're sitting on your couch fucking playing it, dude. And it...
Right,
you
right.
know?
And you said to me, Mike, I think, you know, maybe that's what Uncharted 2, or excuse Uncharted 2. Maybe that's what Borderlands 2. Like, would be the natural progression. I think it was you, was it?
Well, I mean, you just got to think that this is just testing water.
It might have been Suma.
And
yeah.
they would never brag. I mean, they were never... Has this game ever once been billed as an MMO? I mean, it wasn't their target at all, but it's amazing that we play it and start thinking right away, oh my God, I would love to play this forever. You know, they've so nailed this concept.
Jess said it right. I like Jess. This is what I was hoping the agency would be like. You know, when they were describing the agency and how it would work, like this would be like if they could just, boom. Well, how about post-apocalyptic and we do... I think that, I mean, this game was selling out. People were having problems, you know, finding it. Even if 500,000 people played an MMO
that would
on
be
a
huge.
console,
Yeah,
that would be
huge.
fucking huge, I think.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was Suma. Thank you.
I hope that they try to implement something like that.
So
maybe Borderlands 2 will be an MMO. You know?
That's kind of what, you
maybe
know,
Borderlands 1 is
progression.
sent out there to hook them, and you get hooked on it, and then they're like, all right, boom, bitches, Borderlands 2, MMO.
So let's talk about, a lot of people have already seen it. We'll open up the phones too. We got a lot of time, but, you know, what are like some of your favorite things about this game, or, you know.
Well, what I love, and people that had me worried, because a lot of reviews I'd read said, like, get ready for the grind, you know, hope you're ready for the grind.
Yeah.
And so I was really worried going into it. It'll be just a lot of me just doing the same shit over and over, killing creatures. And while I do kill a lot of the same creatures over and over, I have different reasons for it. And the fact that, you know, I've gotten almost all the way to the end game through quests. Like, it's just progress through quests. I haven't ever felt the need to, like, I'm just going to go kill shit for, you know, 2 or 3 hours to try to level up before I can continue the story. It just felt like a natural progression all the way to what I'm thinking is the end game, and I haven't felt bored once. Haven't said this feels like a chore. And
Exactly.
that's what I love, is that all 25 hours have been enjoyable. I've gone from task to task to task, and while the tasks are very limited, very repetitive, not really epically thought out, you know, there's not a whole lot of challenge to them, there's still a shit ton of them. And I love that I'm constantly running around from the next point to the next point. And, you know, there's even some of them that I look for. You know, I love when I get a new scavenger and have to go hunt all around for these pieces. I love when I get kill 50 of these enemies, and I know I do get a grind with the purpose. And there was just like, I love the fact that it was constantly enjoyable.
Did you feel like there could have been more missions? Like
There could have been a tremendously huge variety.
I kind of thought
missions.
so too.
A huge variety of missions. What I feel like is that they took a great concept and banged it out a little too quickly. Because a lot of the missions are repetitive, and at the same time, a lot of the monsters you fight in your first 5 minutes of the game, you're still fighting in your last 5 minutes of the game. Or, you know, basically the same type of enemy. And that's kind of disappointing too, but it wasn't enough that it was a game halter or a game breaker or ruin the enjoyment at all. The fact that, you know, basically I'm just fighting tougher models. You know, basically it's just the same concept, a guy just a little bit tougher. But, I mean, I love even the way that they name shit. Like, I love fighting.
Right.
You know, it's a badass. Oh no, guys! You know, here comes a badass. Let's run. I love the humor that they have to it. Kind of like
did
the
it well
attitude and
of
style that's got the
right.
game going for it. It makes up for a lot of its shortcomings. What this shit does right makes you overlook a lot of the things that probably could have used a little more polish in the end. And I like that about this game.
Ed, what about you?
I fell in love with this game, dude. I started playing it, and I think maybe it's because I chose the Hunter class to begin with. I just fucking, dude, I fell in love with this game. I absolutely think it's the best game I've played this year.
So,
really
give us some reasons why. Yeah,
I enjoy the different weapons, like going and like changing my weapons up, changing my like I love my sniping rifle, but I use like several different sniping rifles. So
the MMO-ness of it,
yeah, dude,
right?
And, like I love trying to find new gear, like epic gear, like trying to find my purples, trying to make myself as badass as I can. I love this skill tree and like trying to like thinking and looking at my skill tree and being like, okay, how do I want to spec this guy out? And that's one thing that I wish you could do, and maybe I'm just a nub, but I wish you could respec your points.
Oh, dude.
I was just telling you how cheap it was.
Dude, not only can you respec, but it almost, I mean, like...
Can you teleport around the world yet?
Yeah, I can teleport around.
All right.
Yeah,
So
so you can respec from that same
Every
place.
single place.
Oh, really?
Teleport.
You just
Yeah.
Where you choose your colors.
Yeah, you
People
just
are
change
gonna
your
be
color, respec.
You know what? And as much as I want to be like, Ed, you are a fucking newbie, there is a lot of shit in this game
They
that
don't
like
tell
they
you.
do not clearly.
Yeah, you would have to see that.
You know, like for example, I played for a good 10 hours before I realized where I could find the challenges. And then I told Mike and he didn't know. I'm like, Mike, go to the screen. See the Y, but he's like, no.
Oh yeah,
no.
I never would have found that if
The
you
Y.
hadn't pointed that out to me.
It's just like, you know, but you know, fair enough. So yes, respec, which I really liked, but I also want to talk about some things that sucked. Mods. Class mods.
You don't like the class mods?
No, hold on. Class mods +2 to quickening. I would respec and I would put specific points into, you know, just so I could have 5 and then go on. It never.
It didn't
just
feel like
adds
it registered.
those bonuses. It doesn't actually give you the stats.
It
That's
doesn't
what he
show.
thought.
No, it doesn't show you. There's no visual representation
of it. See, I
and
could
they're
notice.
saying it stacks past 5.5, but there's no.
See, I noticed like because like with the hunter, you know, you can get armor bypass and you can get
But I mean, you just have to trust it's working.
Yeah, you
There's
have
no
to trust
evidence
it's
of it.
working. And
Right.
I see it working. You know, I'll do that and then go out and use my my top sniping rifle on like a mob that before I gained a level or before I gained a spec point or got my new hunter mod that would take me like 2 or 3 shots to kill, and then boom, I could single shot them, you know, with critical shot.
Right.
So-
Right.
You know, actually, something that kind of bothered me in the game, now that I think about it a little bit, is that I think the game was almost too well balanced. Like, I didn't really have those moments where I walked in on some shit I should not have been seeing at this level. You know, that type of thing where, like, in an MMO, you'll just be way out of your league.
Oh.
When you wander into some
yeah.
areas, like,
You
I felt like I'm about
probably
the
could
right
have.
level to everything I've gone to.
I think you could have, but I think the
pace
story.
of game, the story keeps
Right.
you right at where you.
Yeah,
need to
I mean,
be,
it's so perfectly
you know?
paced that I almost wish I would have had some opportunities
I-
to screw myself.
I didn't
Can
like the
oh.
vehicle too much.
Yeah, the vehicle
See, I
was
liked,
a little touchy.
It felt squirrely, and I wish there was.
It's the Halo world, dude.
I
it's
wish
a point to drive.
I wish you could upgrade your weaponry on it. You just have the rocket launcher or the.
Well, you got to
machine
understand the concept
gun.
that it gives you no XP for killing.
You know what,
No,
guys?
you do get
On a
XP.
car.
You
It
get half
looks-
XP.
No, you don't get half XP.
Yeah, you do.
No,
you get,
like
you get
in
limited
the in-game,
XP.
In the in-game, you're getting 10 to 14 XP for mobs that give you 800 XP.
yeah, I
And-
mean, you still get XP though.
Yeah, you get one.
The way that
80th
they
of
did
it.
the car
But
stuff.
they made it so you don't want to level up in a car.
The way that they did the car stuff, it almost looked like there was going to be more. You know,
I
like
agree with you.
like
and why
I-
can I see why can I see those dudes hanging off the sides of our car? But when we
Yes.
play 4-player, we have to
Yes.
go around in 2 cars.
some other things that I particularly didn't like, and because this was very MMO-like to me, I felt like the way that they handled the questing when you're co-oping was really poor.
How it could only be one person's quest or what?
Well, no,
Anyone
like
could progress the
actually,
story.
the quest
Yeah,
thing was
okay.
very good, but yes, anyone could progress the
your
story.
story.
And like was it that big of a deal? Not really, but like I go in with Force. He progresses a story. If a weapon's given, it's just like thrown into my inventory. I don't even realize that I got one. Unless you're communicating together, it's not.
Because it felt like times where you were like, "What's that sniper rifle you just got?" I'm like, "Dude, it was the quest reward."
right.
And you're like, I'm not seeing this anywhere. in my
Right. Or
inventory."
I got something different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's randomly generated. I don't know, but I felt like that was really for a co-op game. I'm going to be honest with you, and you guys are going to all call me fucking crazy, but from like a looting perspective, all my good shit was ever gotten like in a single player game versus versus
now,
a
I don't-
co-op.
I don't
you just
believe
gotta,
that
you just
because-
gotta be like whoever you're playing with. Just be like, don't fucking be
No,
a
but
loot
listen,
whore,
dude.
bitch,
We
and fucking share
noticed
some
when
of
I
that shit.
play, white shit drops all the time. When we played together, it was almost never white.
I
It was
saw
always minimum
when I
green.
played with
It still
Painkiller.
was-
So many
but
blues
my
dropped.
alien
and
rifle that still fucking owns face dropped
Finally
in single
caught
player.
one of those at the end of the game. And
I've changed. I've been
like
using
that.
a white, just basic sniper rifle. Yeah, but
Have you even seen
it
an
does
alien
like
weapon
yeah,
yet?
I've seen one, but it
You
does
have?
like
What level are you?
347. I saw Painkiller had one. He had an alien.
So you
sniping
saw
rifle.
someone with one, but you haven't
Yeah,
found one
and
yet.
it's like moves like super slow.
Yeah.
The bubble does like there'd be no practical use in PvP, but definitely in PvE.
Some
it's
white
okay.
guns do kick ass, but
yeah, they do.
like well, I mean, by that matter, the looting system is pretty poor too. You know, like even though sometimes stuff would get
it's
picked
not
up,
pretty poor, dude.
it's shitty.
It's shitty that we all can't see what's going on. I mean, it's obvious that this was single player first.
Yeah,
co-op
yeah,
tacked on
you're-
last, dude.
You're right.
And that sucks too. That Wheat's constantly picking up shit. Unless you're playing with people who know, like, dude, you take this rifle. Like there were times where we swapped out weapons. But if you were playing
you
with
can
dicks,
do that. He could have done that. He could have dropped that.
Oh, we
weapon
drop
to you.
weapons all the time, but you have to be with people who are going to communicate.
So,
you get on a random game.
Like Mike, like basically, I will own everything while Mike is basically running around and grabbing.
Other way
shit.
around, dude. I'm killing
my
everything.
fucking
Wheat's
God.
running around unlocking
Oh
boxes,
my
dude.
God.
Wheat opened a chest. Wheat opened a chest. Wheat opened a chest,
my
and I'm
God.
killing everything.
Do you know
dude.
why?
You're
Because
lying. You're so full of
I
shit.
never touched a fucking orange in that game.
I never said
because-
Force opens a chest, dude.
Oh my God,
That's bullshit.
TGM played with us. You have to fucking TGM has to.
I was
back me
running,
up on
getting
this.
my ass killed.
I'd be
because
like,
I'm an
Force,
idiot.
what was that? He's like, I don't know. I just picked it up.
That's bullshit, dude. I was on the ground
Not
waiting to be
fucking
revived
bullshit,
most of the
dude.
game.
You're no way, dude. No way. That's hilarious.
Hey, well, hold on. Here's the real one, okay?
What?
How many weapons did you drop to the ground for us to share?
I
0. How many
that's
did Force
bullshit.
drop for everyone to get a piece of? All the time, dude.
Dude,
Okay.
Too
I
many
don't
to
think
count.
you ever
it was
gave me
hundreds.
a weapon.
I think Force gave out
Unless you were-
hundreds of weapons.
Bullshit. Unless you were giving them all to TGM. I don't.
EGM will
fucking-
back
never
me up, dude.
saw any
I hooked
fucking-
his ass up.
I'm like, Mike, here's a shield. Mike, I can't. That shield of yours just sucks. Here you go.
So I know you had a problem with the monster model variety,
Yeah.
right? Did you think it was distracting that?
It was disappointing. Not
Really?
distracting, just disappointing that, damn, I'm really fighting super psychos at 25 and I was still fighting them at, level
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, but like the badass ones, dude. Like the badass alpha skag or badass skag.
Oh, I'm not saying I didn't appreciate them, but you had to appreciate what
And
they were based on their
what
title more than how they look.
as the hunter, what I really liked is finding their weak spots. Like
Their head.
well, when they open their mouths, you can get like a
okay.
skag. If they
Okay,
open their
right,
mouth
right.
and you like scope in, you can get a
I
single
mean,
shot kill.
I just got to the
Those
point
ones
where,
with the little pouches on their back, the
Right.
Scythidance
See,
or whatever.
you probably because you would probably just choose to fight everything from a distance, right?
Hell yeah, dude! I
Okay.
throw my blood
Dude,
wing
the
out.
game is
fucking-
totally different if you play it from a perspective of like I'm gonna rush in and I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, I don't
See,
do that.
you wanna
I
know
sit
what?
back and just pick shit
And there
off,
are two
dude.
ways to play it. Wheat was like, dude, I only touch elemental. And you probably paid attention to what elementals you had at the time.
Yeah.
All I looked at was overall DPS. That's all I cared about through the game, and it's carried me all the way through the game. But like, I probably could have played it with more finesse if I would have gone your way. Like, I'm probably wasting ammo on guys not finding their weaknesses. But I like the fact that you didn't have to dive deep into it. But it was probably a more rewarding experience if it was there, because every guy does have a weakness for you to discover. Whereas if you're the guy who just wants to blow shit up with the most powerful gun that you can find, like, I still managed to hold my own. I mean, I had to get revived quite a few times, but I managed to hold my
Epic
own.
fucking music again, dude.
Quite a few times.
What?
But still, who gave up the most guns? That was Force.
Is that you're like, I give up the most guns. Play with
I want
Force
to be
today.
like, yeah, he shares 519.
That is,
I want people to know.
I have only played.
I want
the
people to
Hunter,
know.
So I don't know.
I played Soldier.
I don't
you
know.
Played,
that
what
this
did you
is
play? Pussy
for
Walker?
Siren.
Whatever his class was, it sucked.
Siren.
He was never doing.
I don't know what the
Sucked?
balance issues
Oh
are.
my
dude.
God.
All he ever did was like run from battle super fast. That's all he ever did.
That would happen.
Yeah, so
Boom,
that,
wheat's
so that I
gone.
can come back in and save your ass.
I was gonna have to. I mean, maybe some of the viewers would have to tell me that have multiple characters, but are there balance issues?
And we
with
are going to open
the
up the phones in a
characters,
bit.
You know,
I don't think
know.
so.
We tried to
So-
duel, and he pretty much handed my ass to me. Having just my turret
He
that I
did?
can drop as a soldier is not a very useful power when you can just be anywhere but right in front of it.
What
Yeah.
build is my
Heaven forbid
Siren?
I walked there.
I was pretty much all elemental, and then so I went down the left side of the tree, and then I was working down the middle. So I thought the right side of the tree sucked.
And I
balls.
I probably get my dude. I actually haven't respect talking about this, but I probably should now. I've been doing mostly single player. Is I was a healing soldier. Believe it or not,
Oh,
the
yeah.
soldier had the healing class.
You
So
were
when
a
I drop my
paladin?
gun, it
a
heals.
Go figure. Force a paladin.
When I shoot people, I come on like TGM, come here, and I just start blasting him. He starts running and trying to hide from me. I'm like, no, dude, my bullets are healing.
and
you.
that is
And, like
definitely
my gun
cool.
gets the ability to heal people when I shoot them.
that's
So I
pretty
kind of
dope.
went a healer as a soldier.
Well, you can tell in the skill trees that like
It's always
the
defense,
the skill trees
offense and something else.
there are a lot of
Support.
skills in the skill tree that are conducive to co-op play, though.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, it does sometimes
But that's
feel
why
like they
respecting is
tacked
so
on
great.
the multiplayer part of it. But then when you look at like the skill trees and things like that, it doesn't feel tacked on then. So I'm kind of confused.
See,
a
couple of my trees are like the exact opposite. Like if I want to play really selfish, like I can go down, one tree.
And I think Ed just hit on like one of the biggest problems with this game is it didn't really dedicate itself to one or the other.
Yeah, it
As a
wasn't dedicated
first-person
single
shooter, it
player
probably
or
has the
dedicated-
weakest story of any first-person shooter we've
The story,
played.
dude. Okay, the story we can just go out and say is bonk.
Well, not only that, but we
It's
made
not that good.
we made there's all these Fallout comparisons, post-apocalyptic world. You're freaking trying to get to the vault. And this all of Fallout revolved around the vault.
right.
The guys I'm fighting at the end are called the Enclave. And is that not the dudes that you fight at the end of Fallout 3? It's like the Enclave are the people you're going against.
They're
Like, I mean, it's like scarily close to it. But they basically looked at Fallout and said, oh my God, they did nice post-apocalyptic world. That story sucked, but the gunplay was awesome. Let's focus on that. And then they're like, WoW's got a really great questing system. Let's steal that. And they're like, oh shit, 4-player co-op this, but like they didn't really commit themselves. Are we going all hardcore WoW style, Diablo style? Are we going to go Fallout 3 style? And it's kind of lands somewhere in the middle.
So I do want to open up the phones here in a minute.
we can.
I mean I don't want to talk about it too much, but I definitely want to.
Did you guys try any arena or anything like that?
We did not. We dueled. And it's sweet. Have you dueled someone?
No, you just go up and punch them.
Yeah, but it like
they
drops
gotta-
a wall anywhere in the world around you, so you have to stay within this zone to battle each other.
Really?
And then the thing that sucks about duels though is that you're dead. Wheat's got to come and revive me. Then I only got 10 life.
Oh.
So I either got to go revive myself at the machine or drop my gun to heal myself.
God, dude, it
but
gets
there are
so
arenas that we
fucking
never entered. I haven't even entered
It
an
gets
arena
so expensive
to die.
to die.
Yeah, it cost me like $60,000 to die.
It is ridiculous at some point.
It's
like,
just a portion of your money, though, right?
It's a
yeah,
it's a percentage
and
based
if
on how
you
much you
keep
have.
dying, because there was one part that I went in, and you were talking about there was one part where you're like, it didn't feel that hard. There was one part as the hunter I went in right at the very beginning. It was these caves to get these power crystals to make my first artifact.
When you had to collect the
Yeah, dude. And
activate
all
the plant
those,
and four
dude,
crystals
all
spin
those,
around. I died a lot in that
all
one, too.
those skags and shit
Yep.
that were popping up, dude, were fucking, they were
Kicking
fucking
your
my
ass,
ass
yep.
up, dude. So.
Or when I do the challenge and like level 3 of the challenge right away would have kicked my ass. They just drop a ton of shit.
Yeah,
at me.
that cave, you guys know what cave I'm talking about. That cave is brutal when you first get into it, so.
You guys, cool. We'll open up the phone lines
Oh,
here
yeah,
for
you
a
can
little
open 'em
bit. I know a lot of people have been asking about it. Next week, we are going to review DJ Hero and Ratchet and Clank. And was there something else?
It was Operation Flashpoint if I get to it, but it
Oh.
depends on how
What
much ass
releases
Ratchet and Clank kicks.
next.
Tekken 6. I thought you were supposed to have your
Oh,
copy,
Tekken
dude.
6. So
Do you have it yet?
Yeah, it's right over there.
Oh. sweet.
So, yeah,
Dude, hold on.
I haven't bought it.
Hold on, let me-
So maybe but I hear maybe I should be buying it on the 360 since there's some network issues with the PS3.
Tell me what you noticed.
Why would anyone buy a PS3 version?
Of what? Tekken?
Well, I mean, I'm
Are you
assuming
shitting
playing
me?
I'm playing on the Hattori.
What should I notice?
So playing on an arcade
well, first
stick.
off, I'm not going to play it on the stick. Second of all,
I noticed all
Tekken,
the characters that you guys play against are on the front.
It's the largest freaking roster
That's
ever.
right, dude. That's right, because they put the ones that fucking matter on the cover,
They
dude.
put King, Jin, fucking
Yes,
who else?
Nina, the ones that
Nina.
matter. You notice how much play this particular copy has gotten?
0.
That's because DJ Hero is so fucking awesome. And I would just
really
I would say if you're on the fence,
really
go try to play it at someone's house and then be like,
someone asked if we
dude,
there's-
Jordan, hold on. Can
Why
I
are you
just tell
punishing our viewers with this? I know I've seen this footage.
You're
I
right.
know I've seen it.
You're right. We did.
Oh, yeah,
Jordan, I think, was probably like on the very long list of people that were not going to get Borderlands, or excuse me, DJ Hero. And Jordan caved in and got it. And he's been fucking
Deborah wants to play
going
it,
ape shit
but
over it.
Do you know this group, this LAMFO group? LAMFO?
Yeah.
The laughing my ass off
what?
group.
Deborah's opening for them here in Lincoln.
Why do real
over.
DJs hate DJ Hero?
What real DJ wouldn't love to hear that type of music? That's like saying guitarists hated getting a game to play Rock Band or playing Guitar Hero. That's bullshit.
You know, it's
There's always going to be those few haters who want to be like
Dude,
different and be like, oh,
do
I hate
people-
everything
do
that's not
people
real.
know how much money it actually takes to like become
No,
a
they
DJ?
don't, because no
No,
one does
they don't
that. What
realize.
you do anymore. They steal all their shit on MP3.
Yeah, and then they
They
use
play
Well,
it
that's
on frickin'
fucked up.
CD
rework
decks
computer
or
That
shit.
shit's
Yeah.
fucked
They use-
up. All right, we got
The old days
2
of
inches
Vinyl
on
Hunt
the
are almost
horn.
gone.
2 inches. What's up?
Hey, what's up? I'm just going to be real quick.
Okay.
My only real issue with Borderlands is there's no, like, bank system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
You have to
I-
sell it.
I'll
But
agree
you know
with
what?
on that too.
I don't really. A lot of the things that I pick up are just trash to me anyway. So
I just pick up
I
shit
haven't,
based
like,
on how expensive it is.
The loot whore of me, like, picks up a weapon that has, like, a cool description or just sounds badass, and I'm just like, oh, I want to keep that.
At some point, I want to use it. You know what? My backpack was constantly freaking full.
Or-
especially with guns I never ever used, just because I wanted the thought of being
And,
able to use it at some
You know,
point.
Mike wouldn't do
Yeah.
this, but like I would hold guns in my bank to give to other people. You know.
Yeah, you wouldn't, bitch.
Yeah, like, I have,
you want to
like,
know what's
4
funny? Is I
alien
actually
weapons
sat
that I
on like
never
hunter
used. I wanna
mods.
keep
I was sitting on these mods because TGM was a hunter, and I was like, dude, I'll play with TGM again. I'll hook him all the shit. I'm like, TGM, I'm sorry, bud. I like you, but I need these 3 inventory slots back, bud. I'm sorry. So you couldn't hold on to shit for people, and I totally agree with you that no bank system, at least,
Yeah.
even if it's just 10 items or 15, just a
yeah,
place
how
to
many
keep
slots
items
do you
for other
guys have in
people.
your backpack? I helped Painkiller get his last spot.
I have
He's got
42.
48. He's got
40.
48.
He has 42.
42.
He has 42.
Oh, I
I
thought
think
48
it's-
was the max you could get.
No, 42 is the max, and you don't
No,
even
42
have
is
last.
the max.
We skipped
42.
one.
We did.
Yep, Crazy Earl had one in his junkyard. I had to go back for it, dude.
I knew it, and you want to know why? Because Mike is just like going for chests that we don't even get a chance to look for those poor broken clap traps that are.
Bullshit. We
that
opened
need-
a chest. We opened a chest. We opened a chest. Don't lie.
That's so bullshit.
Dude,
Okay.
just do the New Haven exploit.
What
I
is-
don't want-
I
what
actually
is this?
was just screwing around in the city last night and discovered all those weapons that are located around the city. I had no idea that there's all that shit hidden in the city. Did you know that?
In
yeah,
like
there's four weapon caches in New Haven, and all you do is just you load your game in New Haven, pick up all 4 of those weapon things, exit out, load back in. They're all.
That's what I told him to do. He was like, "How can
You know
I redo
what?
this, boss?"
That sequence will pretty much single-handedly like just don't want to play the game anymore like that. You know, after that.
We asked that. You asked me how do we reset bosses. I'm like, when you load a
No,
new
that's
game, the world
different
resets.
because in an MMO, it's pretty natural to like regrind a zone. But to me, that's like fucking easy mode right there. That's Bayonetta one fucking button.
Well, you can
shit.
do that.
But I don't care. I don't really care
every
about
time.
weapons
You
they're
know,
getting.
every time
Dude,
you.
You
If
actually should have gone
MMOs
and
are
grind
going to
the
be
XP.
if MMOs are going to be taken seriously on a console, guys.
Well, yeah, they'd
But
have to
this
take that
isn't
out.
an
They would have to
MMO.
take that out. I agree.
This is a first-person RPG, dude. That'd be like bitching that Fallout 3 was an RPG. They just happened to give us some co-op.
I'm just saying.
I agree with
wasn't,
you. And if it was an MMO, that would be the.
you know,
that would- that
if
would
people
kill it.
want to do that New Haven exploit, sweet.
Sounds boring to me.
Exactly. So, all right, Twitches, thanks for your call, dude.
DJ Hero is amazing.
Amen, brother. Amen. See, were you expecting to buy it?
Oh, I had it reserved like months and months ago.
Okay. You're one of those guys. All right. Thanks, dude. We'll talk about it next week for sure. Peace.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Why did it sound like something blew up
Like an
outside?
explosion.
I know, dude.
All right, we got our next caller. We got Tyler on the phone. Tyler, yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up?
Not much.
This is actually Zaladin in the chat, yeah.
Oh, Zaladin.
What's up,
going
Zaladin?
on, man?
Oh, yeah, I was looking at Borderlands, and I'm like, wow. I was like, I'm not buying any FPS, because I'm not one of those people who will play FPS. I'll play more RPGs. And
Will you
now
stop
that I heard
playing with
Yeah,
yourself?
hold
while
on.
talking?
Yeah.
Stop touching the
I
microphone.
know that we're quite attractive, and it's pretty exciting to talk to us, but
Wow. Okay,
All right. So, you're not into FPSs, so you're not.
No.
Okay.
So, like, I was looking at it, and I'm like, okay, it has RPG elements, so I'm gonna try this out. I tried it out. It was okay. Like, I just didn't think of, like, most RPG fans will complain about grinding, and I'm one of those people.
Right. And did you have a
Yeah.
grind, or did you just not like the FPS elements of it?
The FPS elements really sold me off. Didn't really sell it to me.
Okay.
Like, I would buy. I'm probably gonna buy it just to try it out. If I'm not gonna like it, I'll just sell it back.
So, did you play it at a buddy's house or something, or you haven't
Yeah,
played it yet?
I played it at my bud's.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
it's like you said earlier.
So wait,
the
you're
shelves-
gonna buy it?
to try it, you know
To
what
try
I do? I rent games
Do
that
it.
I want to try.
Yeah. Exactly. It's awesome.
Yeah, even if 2 weeks rentals, you'll get $15 worth out of it. For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, like the first actual role-playing game I was introduced to was the Chrono Trigger series. So I'm like, okay, this is okay.
But
and then I played
it's not like a that traditional RPG, obviously. I mean, RPG
and then
is used very loosely, I would guess, to say in Borderlands.
So I was looking at I was playing Modern Warfare just a few minutes ago, and I'm like, okay, this is cool too. So I was thinking
Where are we going? Yeah. Can we
like I'm going into something just hold me. So I was thinking, what if
okay.
they combine?
So just check
what if they
yourself,
combine
Wheat.
Why don't they combine
RPGs and FPS? And finally they did it, and I'm going
Wait,
I'm going to sell my.
So you played Chrono Trigger, and then you were just playing Modern Warfare a few minutes ago, and that's when you decided that they should merge RPGs and FPSs, and then Gearbox
Yes.
did it the moment that you thought about it.
It was an epiphany.
It was an epiphany, dude. What are you waiting for then? I don't get it. You should get all.
Yeah,
over this
what
game,
are you
dude.
waiting for?
Money. That's about it.
Okay.
Oh, so
All
don't
right,
go
there
buy.
we go.
Okay, here,
Play
bud.
it.
Let me help you out. Little words. Don't go buy a game to try it if you don't have money. You should rent it.
Rent it.
Rent it.
But see, hold
I'm
on.
telling you,
I
broke
bet
motherfuckers,
you-
$20 a month a Blockbuster for
Look,
unlimited
though.
rentals, or being able to go to a brick and mortar and take something is worth it, guys.
So, Rustrick, what, I'm sorry. What, I know we've got other calls. So, sorry. I don't even remember.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. I was reading some chat. Rent it, buy it.
Are you a
Whatever.
new listener to the show? New fan?
Yeah.
Well, do the Mario. We thank you for joining us. We hope you
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes, right on. All right. We're going to.
Okay.
Thank you. Peace
And
out.
I just
brother.
clicked the follow button, so.
Nice.
Click to follow.
Okay.
Right
Word.
out the door. Chrono Trigger.
I was trying to figure out, was he
just
trying to say
playing
he
Modern Warfare
enjoys
2.
first-person shooters now? Or?
I was waiting for him to say, okay, I played Chrono Trigger, and I was like, oh, man, I love MMOs. And then I played Modern Warfare 2, and I love FPSs. And then I played Jet Set Radio, and I was like, I really love this art style. Someone should put the three together and create a game.
Jet Set Radio. That's the thing that we were missing. We have our next caller now. I believe it's area code 707. Hello.
Hello, it's Jordan.
Jordan.
Hello, Jordan.
What's up, dude?
What's up? What's up, guys? So, real quick, DJ Hero, fucking badass. I'm glad that thread got started.
Was it totally off your radar?
What's that?
Was that game totally off your radar?
Yeah, I was anti the game. I was like, fuck mashups, fuck this game, but...
Jordan, give me your opinion. And I know it's hard to do now because it still has the new game smell. What my wife's bitching at me about is that I'm going to spend $100 and some, and I'm going to play the hell out of it for a week or two, and then it's going to be another piece of plastic in my...
Well, you can tell them Jordan spent $200.
Oh, you bought the Renegade Edition? No shit, that's
so you're
where you
spending
went?
less.
But
Yeah,
I mean, do you
about the
see
Renegade
yourself
one.
coming back to this, constantly purchasing downloadable content, or... I mean, I know it's...
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm going to wait for people to, like, give it the thumbs up or whatever.
You know what upsets me, that bums me out, is that
Right on.
it's going to be $3 a track, since you get two tracks, really, when you buy one.
Well, you got to pay both artists.
Yeah, that's a tough sell, but
That one is
already the
a
downloadable
tough sell.
content, I mean, one of my favorite songs right now is Sexy Bitch, and that's already, just came out on the radio, is already going to be freaking one of the downloadable contents coming out in the next week. And it looks like shit that I'd spend money on in the future, and that's what I'm hoping it has legs, like it's not just a flash in the pan.
I hope so too. But I just got to tell you,
Well,
the sheer amount of songs alone, and we'll get into it next week. But the sheer amount of songs alone is just like.
But that's deceptive, though. I mean, it's like you get 90 tracks, but what we really get is like 50 that are combined different ways to make a total of 90. Is that what I understand?
that was-
Dude,
that
but
was
you know what?
Slightly annoying, but at the same time, like, I totally got over it because it's a different sound.
It does sound
Exactly.
like I know, because I listen to music and I'll listen to 15 versions of the same song.
Dude,
and
I
enjoy it.
guarantee you, yeah. That there's a couple songs I have on my iPhone right now that are like all the same, but they're just,
Totally different
Yeah,
versions.
totally different.
Yeah,
so.
right. I
Well-
do the same thing with, like, artists that I really like Sublime and Slightly Stupid. I have, like, fucking 5 variations of each
Right,
song, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the same thing. So, all right, we'll talk
Right.
about DJ
So-
Hero next week. I also agree it's amazing. Let's talk about Borderlands.
Okay, so I didn't want to talk about DJ Hero, really. I just wanted to say,
You lie.
GG on that.
Oh, by
What
the
I wanted
way,
to talk about is
your
Borderlands.
Mordecai video, that was pretty fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, you can thank my roommate for that.
On the forums,
we were up till like 3:00 in the morning getting hammered.
they were filming them like unboxing DJ Hero, and then it turned into like them filming them playing DJ Hero, and like these like 20 videos come up, and then all of a sudden there's a video that's labeled a little bit too much to drink, and his roommate is wearing a ski mask. He's got like this perfect little like face, and he's like, the video starts and he's just looking there. He's like, I'm Mordecai. It's like you can just tell he's blatantly drunk.
Wow.
That's what
I'm
DJ
so
Hero
sorry
would
I
do
missed
to it.
that. Oh, my God.
Well, you can go on eg365.net.
Well, as soon as, if like
The
the Office
video's there.
spoofs it, Jordan, then I'll know you have a hit on your hand.
You see that Mordecai video from those dudes? Yeah, we might see that one.
The funny part about that video is that was uploaded to YouTube, and I didn't even know that I uploaded that. Like, that's how hammered we were. I discovered it the next day, and I was like, "Oh, I have to post this. This is
See?
fucking hilarious."
Video games and alcohol obviously mix.
You were drunk posting. Don't you know you're never supposed to
You're
do
never
that?
supposed to drunk post. 24-hour rule. 24-hour rule. Yeah.
I don't abide by that rule. I have no limitations to my posting drunk.
All right, Borderlands.
But, yeah, Borderlands. Okay, I got to say, like, hands down, this is the best cooperative game that I have ever played on a console. And the reason why I say that is because I have a major benefit in having 2 copies of the game, 2 PS3s, playing on 2 different high-def TVs with my roommate, and we're within 15 feet of each other from, like, shouting distance, you know?
Gotcha.
And we were as cooperative as it gets. Basically, like
did you
shooting
system
your
link?
buddy.
But did you like system link or actually just use the internet?
We use the internet for 90% of it, and only recently we've been doing a local area just because of slight lag issue.
Did you notice a
the lag
difference?
issue was only on only when traveling to different areas, like when you use the fast travel, like one person would load quicker, and that's the only discrepancy. So we just went to a local area, and then it loads at the same time.
Are you playing it on the PS3 or 360?
PS3, yeah.
Could be the PSN.
But I've got two of them. I started out by playing a split screen for like 5 minutes, and then we just went straight to the store and bought another copy of the game. So, we played so cooperative. What's that?
Split screen, man, no more, dude.
Well, my friend came over and we were thinking about split screen, about like, was he gonna be like a level 1 dude? Like, how am I gonna split screen this shit? Unless I actually lived with the dude, I don't know how to do it.
You could have restarted.
Yeah, I guess I could roll the second dude.
Well, I was only like level 8 or something, so he went to dinner or whatever, and I fucking just picked up the other one and leveled him up to 8 in like 2 hours because I knew exactly how the game played and everything, you know. So I got us to the same level. Right now we're both level 32's soldiers, and there's two of us.
So you're two soldiers?
Yeah, and I got.
Why would you do that?
Dude, I will tell you why. Because of how cooperative we play, you're able to share everything. All the
so do you have like one guy
specifically?
Do your guns? Each of your guns do different supports. Like one gun heals, one gun refills ammo.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did like mods of he had the ammo regeneration, and I had health regeneration, and we just were. And I had like a mod that did like 22% experience on everything that we did.
Oh yeah, team experience.
So like
I've seen that.
We just worked the system to make it to where like it was as cooperative as we possibly could.
Nice.
And we shared everything.
That's
like
cool.
I actually miss my college days, dude. This is begging for a dorm room, dude. For someone that could just stay with you.
That's actually what I was gonna ask Zell is, having that person to play with, to co-op with, is a big selling point.
Because this game is really only enjoyable if you have two people who can stay fairly close to each other. I mean, like the next time if we play together again, I'm gonna have to go back and do all the shit that I've done over the last couple of days again with you, and it's just that's kind of tough.
That's why that concept of being able to go back and like having random instances or raid content, like an MMO would, like it's really, I would love to be able to be like, dude, we've got practically 3/4 of a full team. Like, imagine what would happen if all of us,
could get together.
But I just feel like it kind of loses its novelty a little bit.
Well, I think it was kind of difficult to play online. Like, I played with Scan and stuff like that, and it was kind of difficult. He didn't have a mic. There was lack of communication and whatnot.
No
and
mic is
that made it
tough.
That made it slightly less enjoyable. But I've had the best time playing with my roommate because we were the same dude. We could share all the same shit. We knew exactly what we were doing. We could talk to each other like directly, we could see each other.
I would imagine
when we
that'd
played
be
with
awesome.
TGM, when the three of us played, was one of the best several hours of entertainment I've had in forever. I mean, it was awesome getting to play with people.
And that's kind of why it goes back to the point of like, God, I just wish there was a little bit more, because it really fueled that for me, and I like that a lot. So I hope that a lot of people will look at a game like Borderlands and see its success. I would guarantee when the first month's numbers for this game comes out, they're going to blow us away. I think there's a lot of people playing this game based off the forums I was seeing and just like people being out of it. I had one guy email me, said he went 10 stops and then he decided to go home and order it, and Amazon was sold out. So I mean,
I'm hoping that this spawns a franchise, dude. I mean, this is something that we want to see the next one of, definitely. Yeah. Or quality downloadable content. I mean, even some free shit needs to get come back.
I'd be all over the downloadable content because we're like on the last level right now. I'm disappointed that we're going to beat it.
I know. I don't want it to end either. I'm kind of at that point probably where you are.
I've done every single mission to avoid playing the last mission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm milking this game, and the second downloadable content drops, I'm buying it like a motherfucker, no doubt about it.
those of you wondering about this screaming kid in the background, Weed has actually started a T-shirt company, and that's one of his employees that is upset about the
apparently
wages he's giving him.
He's broken free from the chains. So, all right, Jordan, your 10 minutes is now up. I'm going to take a couple more calls. All right, peace.
Sorry for being such a long
It's all
call,
good,
but
dude.
anyway,
It's all good.
It's a great game. It deserves this much open phone.
You guys,
so take
we're
the
going to
next
have to
caller
let
and thanks,
Dira
guys.
show her Halloween costume. Yeah, come show it.
All right. Word.
show
Thanks,
it.
Jordan. Peace.
Yeah,
All right.
you got to show it.
Yeah, they
yeah,
wanna
they
see
got to
it,
see
I
it.
think.
Dira's wearing her Halloween costume.
They
Just
wanna
walk
see
in and show it real quick.
I can guarantee you.
Just walk in and show it real quick.
You don't
Who
even.
cares?
You
just
can
walk
just
in
like,
and show it real fast. Walk in, wave at everybody. For the new listeners, this is my girlfriend.
For the
Dira.
new listeners.
Come on in.
There's
Come on
Dira.
in. Come on in.
So
Come
Dude,
in.
what are you
Come
doing,
in.
Dira?
this
No one can
Alice?
see.
Yeah, come here. Come in.
There's no way she'd
Oh
fit on
my
there.
God.
Come on.
Dira's looking pretty hot. Oh, they can't see. They,
They
can't.
can't see.
It's
You
like
gotta
a
stand
total
up and
tease. I love it.
stand up
It's
and-
great.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, you can't really.
There we go.
You can't really appreciate the outfit with Dira
Yeah.
sitting
I
down.
know.
She's gonna have to stand up.
It's
You're
when
gonna
you're
have
like,
to
damn, is
stand
that
up.
thigh that you
Stand
gotta
up.
appreciate.
Stand up and show them.
Stand up for your rights.
And turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
Come on, twirl, Dira. Yeah.
There we go. Woo.
I wish you could have like tweeted that was
So-
going to happen. We could have like totally boomed our users.
Make you famous.
Yes, she's
we'll
Alice,
take
and
one more.
tomorrow I'm going to be
Oh,
the Mad
yes.
Hatter. We're going to be, it's our couple's costume.
That
That's
is
good.
so fucking cute. That is really cute.
Anyways.
Anyways, all right. This could be our last
All
call
right,
of
let's
the
take
night.
him.
All right, we're gonna hear it. We've got TGM on the phone. TGM.
TGM, who shares more loot?
Oh my god. It's kind of hard to tell between the two because I did get one sniper rifle
Who asked you? Who asked
from
you? What?
Force.
Yeah,
Hold
see?
on,
Who gave him a gun? Who gave him one gun, dude?
Hold on.
But it was Marcus who asked me what kind of weapon I was looking for.
He's like, what kind of
That's
weapon are you
right.
looking for?
No,
So Force
Like,
can
he's
give
like-
it to you.
He asked me, he's like, hey, what kind of weapon are you looking for? I'm like, I'd really like a sniper rifle that does fire damage. And then like 3 minutes later, Force is like, oh, hey, I have this pretty badass sniper rifle. Do you want it? And he drops it. It's fucking epic sniper rifle.
It
I'm
was
like,
sucking
well, you
on
hold on,
backpack
it's
space.
You know
like
what?
5 minutes.
I
you
gave
wanna
that.
know what?
That was like one of the best guns I had in my inventory, dude. I was working on sniper rifle, hardcore leveling that shit up, and I was
Shut
like,
up,
you know what? You
dude.
need this, dude.
Force was like, God damn it, I need a back slot and I need it now, and that's how it happened. So
That was such a sick sniper rifle. So
Well,
I, had to give
I will
props to
tell
that.
you that it was actually one of the more expensive things I had in my inventory. I did not want to
Are
drop
you-
it, but I always put the team ahead because the better the team does, the better I do. That's the way
That's
I
true.
look at it.
That is true.
Mike is your legacy.
Two things
will
I
live
hated
on.
about it. One, like I'm gonna wear out the select key on my controller, having to constantly bring up the map. Like that.
Oh,
Oh, God,
God,
yes.
mini map for Christ's sakes! Totally
I don't know how
agree, dude.
you guys forgot to mention that because
I'm
God,
glad.
that's annoying as shit. Having to constantly stop and bring my map up. So annoying.
All right, well,
What?
also,
I never
I-
had to bring my map up. I just used.
Well, so you'll get to a point where there's like, bam, you got 8 to 10 quests at one
Yeah.
time, and you have to keep looking. They'll always be on opposite zones. Wherever you've gone, your next
Yeah.
quest is going to be in the opposite direction. That was just the luck that we always picked.
I agree with you, TGM. I would have given anything for a mini map. Force will tell you, like, you know, I was driving, but I would just like stop all of a
Why
sudden.
don't you just
Yeah, and
do
you'd have
all
to
the
completely
quests that
stop.
are in an area? Just do the quests in an area and then go to the next area.
No, well, that's what you're saying. It's not just like look at this place and run. No, you have to run around this huge circle. You have to unlower this ramp to get to that
Yep.
spot you thought was right in front of you. And you
Yep.
got to look at your map 10
There-
times to do
And
it.
there's something to be said about like knowing the environment, because there were like certain spots where you got very familiar with the environment, and then there were other areas like you went one time. You know, like an MMO, a good old-fashioned MMO,
You know
will
every
run me
inch,
through a
dude.
spot so many times that I know it like the back of my, you know. So it did lack that a little bit, but I'm sure probably, you know, it was for the common man. You know, anyone
Yes.
can pick this up and play it. They wouldn't have to be so good at recognizing landmarks, et cetera, et cetera. So I
Yep.
think you hit two big nails on the head there. TGM.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, one last thing. I know one of
Absolutely,
you
I
said
did,
it
dude. I
too.
totally hit
Was
the nail on the head.
one of you said it too? Was buying all of the ammo to reload at once. Like
yes, I said it. Yeah, I wish we had that button
Yeah.
just to buy all. That was annoying, especially when you have 1,000 bullets, 1,000 SMG, 1,000
Yeah.
combat rifle. I'm using them all.
That would be super pimp. Just like
Yeah.
I like that too. They could.
Yeah, but other than that,
Absolutely.
you know, I mean, there's a few bugs here and there, but I mean, the game's definitely enjoyable. It's
I
going to get a
didn't
lot more
experience-
playtime.
Oh!
from
I
it.
didn't experience any bugs.
Can I tell you my one graphic bug?
Sounds
that I
like
had?
sounds
I
like
just
hardware.
happened
Sounds
one-
like a hardware issue.
One time, completely random, right? So, I kill some random berserker in the one of the guys that runs at you, just normal, not flaming or anything. He's running at me, and I shoot him, and he like falls on this environment in this weird way. And you ever seen when like a polygon arm will like stretch
to the
out
world and
really
stretch forever,
far?
yes.
Yeah, it happened, and then I shot his body, and it like, and that
There were a
was-
couple times where I saw the bodies getting weird, stuck positions.
That was and do
Freak out.
the jiggle. But I did like how you could actually traverse a lot of areas that I don't know that they were intending for you to do. But,
They also had you traverse a lot of areas that you didn't think you were supposed to. But
Right.
yeah, you were like, damn, they hit a
they
jump
got some
box all the way up
platforming
here.
up in that shit for real. Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, that's it though.
Are you still playing it pretty regularly, TGM?
Yeah, I beat it. I beat it last night.
Okay.
And I think I'm level 36 right now. I was kind of
And-
surprised
and
at the ending came so
was the
quickly.
ending good, or does it just end?
Man, I don't want to. I don't know.
All right.
I don't
All
want
right,
to say anything about it.
That means no.
I'll let
That
you
means no.
guys
You said
finish
a
it.
lot.
and
What about
you can-
playthrough 2?
I haven't started yet. I'm waiting for some other people to beat it so I can go through the second one with other people.
Oh, all right. I'm cool with that.
So
Dude, mini
yeah,
Wii,
you guys need to hurry up.
I would
finish
just
that shit.
stay right
I'm
there.
there. It'll
All
be
right.
done tonight, if not tomorrow.
We'll get on that. So, all right, TGM,
Work.
thanks for your call, dude. We're gonna wrap up.
Peace.
All right, peace. He hung up for me. That was nice. So that'll conclude Open Phones tonight. Next week, Ratchet and Clank, DJ Hero, Tekken 6. When are we gonna play some Tekken 6, dude?
I gotta learn how to play Tekken 6 because I've never played.
Is it a game?
I've never
you're
really
interested
Tekken
in-
1?
in
No.
buying?
Because this is one of the games that has never changed. Dude.
I've never
The shit
played.
you did
I've
in
never
Tekken 1
played
still
Tekken.
applies to Tekken 6.
But like I played Soul Calibur, so I assume
no.
they're fairly similar, aren't
No, but that will help. In
Tekken.
some,
I will say
a little
Tekken
bit.
requires.
they? I was
Dedication to learning moves, dude.
I was a Street Fighter guy. I was always
But
playing
this is
Street
like
Fighter in the arcade.
10
not
hit,
Tekken.
10 hit,
Stop
15
running
hit
around.
combos. There's a lot of memorization if you get deep into. I think probably the longest combo strings that exist in any games out there right now.
What
Do you
about
think
no?
anyone
No.
else
What
knows
about
that?
what about
You
Killer
don't,
Instinct?
you don't need to know 10
No,
hits
out there
to,
right
like,
now that's so
compete.
current.
Okay.
You know, if that's
No, you don't need to know them, but the
no,
holy
you
shit,
need
this
to know
has a layer of
strings and
dedication.
what it does. Yeah, there's definitely some, but you either like it. And
I mean, you only got to learn 40
play with it
fighters'
or you don't.
moves.
No, I'll just
No,
pick
you only
one
got to
fighter.
learn one fighter. You got to
And
learn
then
how the
master
other
them.
40 fighters
Go
fight
King.
against you.
them.
Go King. He's
There you
supposed to be the friendliest of newcomers.
That's who Jeff plays all the time.
Yeah,
is
that's
King.
what I remember. I was like, if Jeff could play it, you
Dude.
could do it, dude.
Jeff
Do you
was
remember
good at King,
ECA
dude.
Eric?
Yeah.
ECA Eric, if you happen to be watching, what up? ECA Eric. So one of my favorite things about ECA Eric is obviously Eric's not even his real name. So
ECA is?
no, ECA
okay.
was his clan.
Okay.
But I just like people that would be like, "Hi, my name's Mike, but my nick's gonna be Eric." Like I always like love that. But anyway, he's. I saw him in an airport a long time ago, and he's like, "Hey, when Tekken 6 comes out, you used to beat my ass all the time back in the day." But I'm like, "Yeah, I'll totally play." The day it came out, he texted me. This was 2.5, 3 months ago. He texted me. He's like, "Yeah, I talked to Jeff Ray too, roommate 519. He was one of our old buddies who I used to Tekken with all the time. He's like, we're gonna come over. We're gonna get some games in. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna fucking crush them, dude." Because I guarantee all of those guys haven't played since Tekken Tag or Tekken 4, and they're gonna get fucking crushed. So it should be good times. Anyway,
A lot of played since Tekken 2.
happy. That's one of the best ones. If you know Tekken 2, you might be able to pick this one up. But happy Halloween, bitches! Hope everyone has a safe and very Halloween.
Eeny. Halloween.
Dude,
Or
I gotta
Halloween-y
work.
Halloween.
Fucking, I gotta make money.
You got to make.
That's what I love about
Skrilla.
Halloween, dude.
Dude, you got to see all those
fucking
bitches
loot,
in their
dude.
slut outfits. I not you, but the girls tend to dress a little dirty on that night. So I'm not.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't feel
not
sorry
dressed
for
dirty
you,
at
dude.
all.
I'm not complaining, dude. I make bank. I'm gonna bank.
It'll be an enjoyable time.
Bring it home, Ed. Bring it home. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. I think. What? Oh, there's a day coming up. I'm gonna have a holiday fucking party. We're gonna have to figure out. It's in December.
Oh, it's not like that one
Not-
where we give thanks.
No.
November.
Thanksgiving? No. Some holiday party. But anyway, we will be back next week. Epileptic Gaming 194, Ratchet and Clank, Tekken 6.
Because
DJ
I will not be
Hero.
here on Black Friday. I'm just warning you right now.
DJ Hero.
Oh.
You know, maybe next week
I don't
we
care
should.
about no
Maybe
December.
next week we should give the listeners what they want and let D-Ra come
Review DJ Hero with me.
review DJ Hero. And
Yeah.
I'll take a break.
I'm down.
So maybe we'll do that, but she needs to get DJ Hero. So
I'm sure they would like that. Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
yeah,
it
it's
is
only
cheap.
$100.
It is
So
cheap. All right, everyone say good idea. Actually, like 20 guys. So
because
we'll
I hate rhythm games. I haven't played Tekken 6, and
Love
then
them.
Ratchet and Clank, whatever, dude.
I actually wish you'd play part 1. I have that for you to borrow, and I want your Demon Souls. You don't
Okay.
have any time to play.
I'll
it.
let
don't
you. I'll
need
let
it,
you
dude.
borrow it.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
have any
I'll
time
let
to
you
play.
Yeah, play it when
I can't
it's
find it
hardest right
anywhere.
now, Mike.
Yeah, I'll let
Hell
That'd
yeah.
be good.
So.
Well, I'll just
that.
unplug the internet.
Okay. I don't know if D-Ra will do the review in that outfit, but
I
maybe
doubt
if
she
you
will.
email her enough.
Man,
that
for those
she'll-
of you who don't know, I want her to review it because D-Ra is actually a DJ. She does a DJ.
I want to hear from a DJ's
So-
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah,
What?
so-
What the
Not
fuck?
your lame
dude?
game
I don't. I
perspective.
mean,
no,
like, I know,
you're a DJ too.
I know.
but
I haven't
you
spun
haven't-
a
you haven't
show in
spun
like
for a
4
while,
years.
so-
He
but
played
don't I
It's
get
a
some
virtual
credit?
turntable shit. I want a real opinion. Dude.
What?
So
I don't
What?
want somebody who's like, dude, I could play 2
Do you
MP3s
not?
at the same
Do
time.
you not forget that I own 2
He
fucking
played vinyl,
turntables
dude.
and I
He played
still
vinyl,
own
so-
2,500
I can't believe
records?
you remember that. I actually can't believe through that.
And then for
Fog,
anybody
you can
who's
remember
going
it.
to
But-
be in Nebraska for the
VTT was
FAO
awesome.
show.
Dude. Don't knock that shit.
Deborah or Dira.
Oh,
will
yeah,
be-
I heard about that.
She's
My
going to
brother
be
said.
opening for them. So
Right on.
exciting.
All that and
Yay.
more next week. Yeah, DJ Hero. We're going to play right after the show. Guys, have a very safe Halloween. We'll see you in a little bit. DJ Wheat, Force, Nice Guy,
Peace out,
and
guys.
Dira. See you next week, guys. Peace.